up front. Denny Hamlin in the Toyota. On the inside, his teammate Ty Gibbs alongside Chase Elliott inside row 2. Green flag is out, and we are underway in the valley as they race to 1.
Here they come into turn 1. It is Denny Hamlin on the inside. To his right elbow is Ty Gibbs. Gibbs got a brief advantage coming to the entrance of the turn, but they're still side by side for the top spot on turn 2.
That's going to be Ty Gibbs with the advantage up the back straightaway for the first time as they fan out 2 and 3 wide further back. But it's Gibbs, Hamlin, and now Erik Jones.
Erik Jones looks to the outside of Denny Hamlin for the runner-up spot. Lap 1 will belong to Ty Gibbs. Hamlin and Jones continue wheel to wheel.
They are side by side for that second spot as Ty Gibbs puts a little bit of distance between himself and those two. Put it about a car length and a half. Still wheel to wheel for second. It's Tyler Reddick riding in fourth.
Erik Jones gets the run in the outside lane to take that second spot away. Pole winner Denny Hamlin is slid back to third and in line just in front of Tyler Reddick.
3 Toyota Camrys at the front of the field. Ty Gibbs, Erik Jones, Denny Hamlin make it a fourth now as Tyler Reddick has come to fourth.
He slots into that fourth position. Top 4, top 5 are now single file formation, and it is Chase Elliott riding in that fifth position. Rides the low line through turns 1 and 2. Right behind him is William Byron.
And it's 3 wide racing just into the top 10. Noah Gragson found himself in the middle for a moment off of turn number 2 with Martin Truex Jr. looking to his inside to try to take the spot away. Michael McDowell, part of that pack as well.
8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. As a matter of fact, they're going to think 3 wide for a couple of rows. They'll fan out on the dog leg yet again.
Carson Hocevar is also...
For the record, this is not me. I have nothing to do with this. If they sound weird, it's because of them. I don't know what to tell you.
In the outside lane to the exit of turn 2, pulls up alongside Martin Truex Jr. racing for that 9th spot. They remain wheel.
It sounds weird.
A good one. Gregson on the outside of Truex. Right behind them, it's Kyle Larson to the inside of Daniel Suarez.
Daniel Suarez does not go to the dog leg. Kyle Larson does, but they come back into turn 1 absolutely side by side, almost making contact at the entrance of the turn. Larson with a slight advantage over Suarez.
And that side-by-side battle behind another up the back straightaway with Truex still to the inside of Noah Gragson. Just behind them, Ryan Blaney to the inside of Christopher Bell.
This is 10th through 14th here on the racetrack as they all continue to run wheel to wheel. Great racing at Phoenix in the early laps.
Martin Truex Jr. trying to wrestle away that 10th spot from Noah Gragson. Gragson beats him to the corner, but he slows down just a little bit right in the center of the turn. Martin Truex again draws up alongside him.
We got a caution already. Jeez.
Austin Cindric also involved. And Austin Dillon, and that puts us under the caution flag.
Yeah, so yeah, look, I'm just now trying the NASCAR website, and the radio still sounds weird.
I don't know if Derek...
The radio still sounds weird, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Absolutely set up a white smoke screen. Nothing Austin Dillon could do, and he ran right into Kraus. Heavy damage for the Austin Dillon machine, as well as the Kraus machine.
Under caution for the first time with Ty Gibbs, the race leader.
At Shriners Children's, care is central to everything we do. And for more than 100 years, we've watched in awe. Our commitment to transformative patient outcomes continues to bring positive change to kids everywhere. From orthopedic conditions to burns, craniofacial conditions to spinal cord injuries, and more. We're proud to deliver the most amazing care anywhere, regardless of insurance or a family's ability to pay. To learn more,
Come to catch the excitement of NASCAR on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Working lap number 7.
Bro,
And then here at the Phoenix Raceway, Ty Gibbs continuing to lead the way over Erik Jones under the caution flag. From the Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa, well,
Bro, why is it being fucking shit right now? Come on, dude. Oh, there's Brad's convertible.
Back here at Phoenix Raceway, Steve Post, Austin Cindric's car is damaged. It's been down there on the pit lane, but there's not a sense of urgency.
No, there's not, Alex. You can tell when things look terminal, and it certainly does down here. It's the left front, and the wheel's not even turning right now. So they are actually going to bring a tow truck down. That left front is just not going to work. So they're going to have to bring the tow truck out. Austin Cindric, an early end to the day here at Phoenix.
All right, Steve, thank you. Austin Dillon is in. Let's check in also now with Kim Kuhn on pit road.
Yeah, I had a couple of takers on this end of pit road. Chris Buescher, Josh Berry, Daniel Hemrick, Kyle Busch, all coming in for some quick service. Well, from what I saw, 4 tires, Sunoco fuel for those cars.
Tough break for a lot of these teams. You know, Kyle Busch, as Kim just gave the report on, on the opening lap, he lost 5 positions. And by the time they got back around to complete lap number 1, Jeff, Kyle Busch was running dead last.
Dead last. Now, this is a team. Let's not just focus on Kyle. Austin Dillon was in this same boat on Friday. This team just did not unload well at all, Todd Gordon. They were not good in practice. They were not good in qualifying. Austin Dillon now caught up in an early crash. And Kyle Busch, obviously, well, he can't be happy with his car either.
No, I think a couple laps in, he'd gone to P last, and in not a place that we expect Kyle Busch to be. Just a struggle trying to get a hold of this low downforce package. It was documented last year that they really didn't feel confident about it, and they're still struggling through it. Be interested to see what they can learn out of it today.
And their team car, Austin Dillon, involved in the crash off of turn number 2. Let's go back to pit road. Steve Post?
Yeah, Austin Dillon's car, the left front is tore right off from it. The nose piece is still there, but the fender right above where the wheel and tire is totally gone. The team has removed that and sawed it off. They're working on the suspension up under the left front as well, but a lot of damage on this car. And they're going to try to get back out to make minimum speed to get off the damaged vehicle policy clock, and then they're going to continue to work on this car. But right now, they're not even sure they're going to make minimum speed with that tire up off from what's left of the fender.
Well, a lot going on, and Kim Kuhn, you can add on his teammate, Kyle Busch.
Yeah, no surprise to see Kyle Busch on pit road early, and that's because when I talked with crew chief Randall Burnett earlier this morning, he talked about all of the things they were going to try and do today. It is a search and rescue mission for what they need in this package. He said in practice they started out tight, and then they worked to get it freer. Their pace is not what they want. They changed a lot of stuff before the race, but he said look for even bigger changes today on the car throughout the course of the race, because they really feel like they have no notebook here when it comes to this package and what he's going to need.
Got the signal 1 to go. We'll go green flag racing in one more trip around the 1 mile Phoenix Raceway. On the choose, Ty Gibbs will choose the bottom side of the racetrack. Eric Jones will go top side. Denny Hamlin will make up the inside of row number 2 with Tyler Reddick to his outside. Toyota Camrys occupy the first 4 spots before a couple of Chevrolets in William Byron and Chase Elliott. The first Ford is being scored 7th, and that's Chase Briscoe.
Then you get back to Hocevar, Gregson, and McDowell. That is your top 10. We are 11 in. We'll go back under the green flag on lap number 12.
The field is coming to the Geico Restart Zone, presented by Geico. Is your insurance playbook confusing? Make it easy. Switch to Geico and get all your insurance coverage from one place. Go to geico.com today to get started.
Kyle Rickey is outside of turn number 3. The field headed your way.
All Toyotas making up the front row, set for the restart. Ty Gibbs to the inside of Eric Jones. Denny Hamlin will go to the inside of row number 2.
Field now works into turn number 3. Pace cars long since been on the pit lane, but they got to continue at pace car speed until they get to the Geico Restart Zone, which is right now where race leader Ty Gibbs hops on the throttle. Through the gearbox they go, and the green flag goes back in the air. Racing yet again here at Phoenix. Ty Gibbs cleanly gets away with the lead.
He does, and he's bringing the field into turn 1. Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick go 3 wide for that second spot, and they maintain that formation all the way around the corners. Everybody chasing down Ty Gibbs.
Tyler Reddick right to the bottom of the racetrack trying to make up ground and move into the top 3 for the first time today, and is side-by-side with Denny Hamlin for that spot. A battle just in front of Chase Elliott.
William Byron also right there, but you're right, Kyle. That was a bold move by Tyler Reddick, and he's at it again.
He goes down to the bottom of the dogleg, trying to get around Denny Hamlin, not having much luck as they enter into turn 1. So it is Reddick down low, Hamlin up high. Chase Elliott with the best seat in the house for that battle.
This time off of turn 2, it's Denny Hamlin with a better run to the outside lane, up to the back straightaway. We'll take that 3rd spot away. Reddick falls in the line in 4th with Elliott in 5th.
As a follow-up to Steve Post's report on Austin Dillon, he has indeed met minimum speed, so that wounded race car will be able to continue on. They'll have to work on it again the more they get to pit lane. Field goes back to turn 1.
Single file formation among the top 6, make that almost the top 7. And it is Chase Elliott trying to fend off William Byron, who looks to his outside. That's for the 5th spot.
A couple of Hendrick Motorsports teammates battling for that 5th position. Right now, it's Elliott out in front of Byron by a car length.
Right behind them, they're side by side. Carson Hocevar to the inside, Michael McDowell to the outside, and Chase Briscoe right behind, looking on.
Boy, Michael McDowell can hang tough on that outside groove. He did so through turns 3 and 4. Let's see if he can do it again in turns 1 and 2. Again, battling Carson Hocevar. That would be for the 7th position. They're still side by side off the corner.
Hocevar with the advantage off of turn 2 by a half a car length, but here comes Michael McDowell with that speed in the outside lane, battling back into turn number 3, and we'll take that spot away.
And slide right down across the nose of that teal and blue car of Carson Hocevar. Further back, they're looking 3 wide with Kyle Larson right in the middle.
Somebody coming up through the round bar and trying to get a number. There's Ryan Blaney rushing through the dogleg, almost collected Kyle Larson. He's going to make it 3 wide with Noah Gregson as they exit off the corner.
Noah Gregson in the outside lane, Larson in the middle, Blaney down low, still for the second time by 3 wide for this position, just outside of the top 10. Give it to Gregson, maybe off the corner.
Well, that doesn't work very often, but they made it work this time. Ryan Blaney will pick up the spot. Now Gregson, Larson go side by side.
Absolutely wheel to wheel into turn 1. And behind them, you've got Daniel Suarez and John Hunter Nemechek, Brad Keselowski. It's a great battle of cars making their way up the back straightaway.
All of this racing from 11th on back, led by Ryan Blaney, who's able to break away a couple car lengths over Noah Gregson, who is trying to fend off a hard-charging Kyle Larson.
Whatever they did to Kyle Busch's car after falling to last place on the opening lap, it has worked. He has now climbed up to the 23rd position and moving forward. The rest of the field now in turn 1.
Being led by Ty Gibbs, then it's Eric Jones, and it's Denny Hamlin. Bit of a 3-car breakaway up at the front of the pack.
All strung out right now among the top 10, keeping an eye on this battle from about 11th on back, and it remains side by side. 4th position, Larson to the inside of Gregson. Behind them, Christopher Bell stepping out of line to the inside of Brad Keselowski.
19 laps are complete. 21-year-old driver Ty Gibbs at the front of the field doing something he's never done here at this racetrack, and that is lead laps. This is his 3rd appearance at the Cup level, and Ty Gibbs, so far, Alex Hayden has led all 19.
He finished outside the top 20 in both of his Cup Series starts here 1 year ago, but he does have momentum, and there's nothing that can replace seat time as he's coming off of back-to-back great finishes. Matter of fact, they were both top 10s the last 2 starts out in the NASCAR Cup Series calendar this year. We'll get you back on the track and more racing in a moment, but first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. Motor Racing Network is live at Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona, just outside of downtown Phoenix, as we race the NASCAR Cup Series Shriners Children's 500. My name is Alex Hayden. Alongside in the broadcast booth is Jeff Striegel and crew chief and championship-winning crew chief Todd Gordon. Dan Hubbard and Kyle Rickey are in the turns. And on the pit lane for us this afternoon, that is Steve Post and Kim Kuhn. We're 22 laps into this race. Ty Gibbs has led all 22. Eric Jones is 2nd. Denny Hamlin is 3rd. Tyler Reddick 4th. And Chase Elliott is 5th.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Introducing Zone Nicotine Pouches, the perfect balance of unparalleled comfort, longer-lasting flavor, and nicotine that satisfies. Whether you're zoning in during the race or zoning out after a tough day at work, Zone gets you there faster and keeps you there longer. Available in 7 flavors and in 6 and 9 milligram strengths. Find Zone at zonepouches.com and retailers near you. Own your Zone with Zone nicotine pouches.
We are under the green flag.
Listen up, NASCAR fans. Now's the time to turn your love of racing into big-time prizes. Because NASCAR Fantasy Live is your fast lane to bragging rights.
Here is racing here.
Pick 5 drivers each week of the season. Then complete additional challenges to stack points. All for your shot at the grand prize.
So let's get this party started.
For official rules and to learn more, visit NASCAR.com/fantasy and sign up today.
Things tightening up at the front of the field. Eric Jones and Denny Hamlin are beginning to run down race leader Ty Gibbs. The advantage for Gibbs right now at 3 car lengths. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Give us a follow. The Motor Racing Network is on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. We've got links to all our podcasts, MRN Radio race broadcasts, and NASCAR news and information. Video podcasts on MRN's YouTube and Facebook. On X, use the hashtag AskMRN to connect with us and our award-winning race announcer. Give us a like, post a comment, share a podcast. Just search for MRN Radio. The Motor Racing Network on all your favorite social media outlets.
This is Steve Post. If you love sprint cars, you'll love Wing Nation. All the latest sprint car news and interviews from the stars of sprint car racing from around the country. Join Ashley Strumming, Aaron Evernham, and me every Tuesday on Motor Racing Networks and Wing Nation's Facebook pages. We go live with the weekend's winners and newsmakers from around the country. You can also find the podcast of all past shows on YouTube or subscribe to the podcast on any of your favorite podcast providers. Wing Nation, all sprint cars, all the time.
Back here at the Phoenix Raceways, we work under the green flag. Ty Gibbs, the race leader. When we last spoke, he was only up by 3 car lengths, Jeff. For some reason, he found a little burst of speed, and he's opened it up just a bit.
Yeah, he has. He's up to about a 5, maybe 6 car length advantage over Eric Jones. Eric's got 5 back to Denny Hamlin, another 7 back to Tyler Reddick, maybe 12 more back to Chase Elliott. That is your top 5. How about big gainers and big losers since we put them under the green flag? That happened back on lap 11. You mentioned Kyle Busch, up 12 spots. More on Kyle and what they did in a moment. Josh Berry up 8, Chris Buescher up 7, Ryan Preece 7, Brad Keselowski up 6. Those are drivers that made stops, and whatever they did worked. But when you got drivers going the right way, you got others going the wrong way.
Yeah, you do. Since the restart, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has given up 14 positions. Harrison Burton has lost 7 spots. John Hunter Nemechek and Zane Smith have given up 6 positions. But Todd Gordon, when you watch what Kyle Busch did, from falling to dead last on the opening couple of laps of the race, we got the quick caution. He was able to come to pit lane. Randall Burnett and the rest of the team made some adjustments on the car. He's beginning to climb the leaderboard, but he's got somebody latched to his back bumper following along.
Yeah, I think Josh Berry is actually going to school here. Likewise, came to pit road. Talked to Cheddar Smith this morning. The caution came, they were going to take the opportunity to kind of reset and get forward. They got 4 tires with them, following Kyle up through there. Both those cars have gotten up to the point they're right there teetering on 20th right now.
We're going to follow Brad Keselowski right now. He is running in position number 15. He just drove by Bubba Wallace and then drove by Christopher Bell, and he is closing in on Noah Gragson and Daniel Suarez.
Keselowski has been experimenting with lines through turns 1 and 2. First the low side and the high side. Let's see what he does this time. He puts almost all 4 tires inside the yellow line of the apron in hot pursuit as Daniel Suarez off turn 2.
Running in the 15th spot right now is Brad Keselowski off of turn 2, closing the gap just a bit on Daniel Suarez, down to 1 car length as they race to 3.
They come up off of turn number 4. Spent some time with Brad Keselowski one-on-one this morning. He felt highly optimistic that their car was going to race well. Felt very good about his team car and the Chris Buescher machine as well. And when I was surveying the garage, one of the crew chiefs down there from a different team said That car of Chris Buescher's was sneaky good in practice on Friday and expects Chris Buescher to have a solid afternoon here today.
And as we go under the green flag, the Buescher car continues to get better. Lap after lap, he is consistently a top 3 or 4 fastest car in the track. And he's doing that, Alex, running back in 19th.
He is, and that's in dirty air, so he's able to make things work out there on the racetrack. And this is a track, Todd, that drivers can find some room to work and make their car work a little better.
Especially in turns 1 and 2. You can run all the way from the apron up to the wall with the progressive banking down there. There's opportunity to run down there. And it seems like here in 3 and 4 that we've seen a second group come up and a lot of guys racing with it. Right now, we see a lot of these guys that took the opportunity at lap 9 to put tires on. They've got a little bit of advantage driving forward.
We've got Ty Gibbs leading. Eric Jones goes second. Denny Hamlin, and then you have Tyler Reddick. They're bunching up. Top 4 running right together. They come across the start-finish line and head through the dog leg back to 1.
Tyler Reddick starting to make life a little bit uncomfortable for Denny Hamlin. He got pretty close to him on the last lap through turns 1 and 2. Hamlin riding that high side. Tyler Reddick keeping it down low.
That would be the battle for position number 3. A couple car lengths behind Eric Jones. Denny Hamlin has it now. Reddick in 4th. A large gap back to 5th of Chase Elliott. Also keeping an eye on that battle just into the top 20. Josh Berry, a lap to go, moving in and around Kyle Busch to take that spot away.
He did. That is position number 20. Now, we were talking about being able to have drivers self-medicate a bad handling race car. Steve Post, they're not doing it on their own. They're getting a little help.
It was fascinating. You guys were just talking about drivers searching around, and I've had 3 of the top 7 drivers radio talking about that, including leader Ty Gibbs, William Byron, and Michael McDowell. All of their spotters are relaying, this one ran this line, he did it this fast, this one ran that line, he did it that fast, and there's just a lot of communication about where other teams and drivers are going as they search and as they work through this first stage of this race here this afternoon.
All you have to do is look at the front 4 running cars, and you will see 4 significantly different lines being attacked. You've got Ty Gibbs right on the bottom. Right behind him, you've got Eric Jones. He's running way up the racetrack. Hamlin running in the middle. Everybody is searching. We expected to see that. We talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. Temperatures are going up ambient-wise, and that means the track temperature is following.
It really is, and that means these teams, as we've now put 29 green flag laps together here, are hitting that point about what they ran in practice. Because of the couple of caution flags that we saw in the practice session, nobody got more than about a 30-lap consecutive green flag run. So once we click off one more lap in today's race, we're going to be in a different set of territory for these teams and these crew chiefs because they don't exactly know what the tire or what the car is going to do the more green flag laps we put on it.
Kyle, Ricky, just a moment ago in front of you in turn number 3, it was the champion and the rookie doing battle. Carson Hocevar had the position. Ryan Blaney took it away.
Had a great run off of turn number 2. It was a drag race up the back straightaway. By the time they got to turn number 3, Ryan Blaney was able to clear Carson Hocevar, who quickly got back into line and going to do a little bit of learning himself here early on here in Phoenix.
Down to 20 laps to go in the opening stage of today's Shriners Children's 500. Ty Gibbs continues to show the way.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Wherever you cheer, whatever you drive, you'll find Racing Electronics. With Racing Electronics, you'll hear uncensored communication from every team in the race and the broadcast with all your favorite MRN announcers. Hear every heart-pounding pass, pit strategy, and so much more with a scanner and headphone rental. Upgrade to an Easy Talk intercom system to comfortably communicate over the noise of the race. To learn more, visit racingelectronics.com. Be race ready. Be RE equipped.
Ty Gibbs under fire for the race lead the last couple of laps. Eric Jones was able to get alongside, but Ty, his car, good enough to withstand the challenge for yet another lap. The front four are right together with 17 laps to go in stage number 1. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Looking for weekly motorsports podcasts to stay up to date on what's happening on and off the track? The Motor Racing Network is the place. Hear from NASCAR crew chiefs on MRN Crew Call. All the happenings from regional touring series and local tracks on NASCAR Coast to Coast. Sprint Car Talk on Winged Nation. NASCAR history on MRN Classic Races. And hear from the drivers on NASCAR Live. MRN podcasts available on MRN.com, YouTube, or your favorite podcast platform.
The year was 1993. The NASCAR Cup Series season kicked off with the Dale and Dale show at the Daytona 500.
Dale Jarrett's got the lead. He goes to the inside. Earnhardt's not going to get him. Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 by STP. Earnhardt second.
The 1993 NASCAR Cup Series season. All the highs and lows. Relive them all on MRN's exclusive podcast, The 1993 Season. Available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Laps to go in the opening stage, and we got a dandy of a battle at the front of the field. It's Ty Gibbs, then Eric Jones under attack for second.
So far, Ty Gibbs has been up to the challenge of Eric Jones and Tyler Reddick. Those two drivers now side by side for second. Oh, and Eric Jones gets tight right in the center of the corner. Tyler Reddick takes advantage and takes over the second spot.
Reddick appears to be one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest, in the top 5 right now, although he may give that second spot back. Drifted up wide off turn 2 and allowed Eric Jones to look to the bottom.
Yeah, side by side they come racing back off turn number 4. Eric Jones is going to give up position number 2 to Tyler Reddick. Denny Hamlin goes 4th. Here's some interesting stats for you when it comes to Toyota. 4 Toyotas are running at the front of the field. Coming into this event, there have been 4 races prior with the next-gen car. They've led a grand total Toyota as a manufacturer 15 laps. Well, that's changed today.
Yeah, they've led 47 all under the Ty Gibbs banner. But take it a step further, they had not won a pole position in the next-gen car here at Phoenix. Check that off the list. Denny Hamlin did that. They don't have any wins in the next-gen here at Phoenix. No second places and only 2 top 5 finishes. But it looks like today is a different day. The notebook has grown. These teams are competitors, and they know the history, and they know that it was time to change things up.
1,248 laps, and they had led at that time only 15 of them. They're dominant here so far. Those 4 Toyotas leading over a pair of Chevrolet teammates in Chase Elliott and William Byron. Then we have some Fords in Michael McDowell, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe. They go 7, 8, and 9. Martin Truex Jr. in his Toyota completes the top 10.
They do. Running 11th is Kyle Larson. Up to 12th now is Noah Gragson. He just went by Carson Hocevar, but Kyle Hocevar crosses over.
Here comes Hocevar back to the inside of Noah Gragson for that spot just outside of the top 10. They are now side by side for that position on the racetrack.
Further up, you've got a good battle also shaping up between Chase Briscoe and Martin Truex.
Here comes Chase Briscoe leading Martin Truex Jr. into turns 1 and 2 for the moment. Those positions stay the same, but it's starting to heat up at the front.
Briscoe able to hang on to that spot, 1 straightaway behind the battle for the lead, which is less than 1 car length between Ty Gibbs and Tyler Reddick.
Reddick has run down Ty Gibbs again. They've got the lapped wounded car of Austin Dillon directly ahead.
No question, Tyler Reddick has got something to work with here. Ty Gibbs knows that and tries to dirty the air on Reddick. So far, that strategy has worked, but the Austin Dillon machine is up ahead for our leader.
Trying to keep that car to the inside of the racetrack, but instead pulls up right in front of race leader Tyler Reddick, or Ty Gibbs, that is, who has nowhere to go. Gibbs slides up. Here comes Reddick to the bottom.
Well, that is exactly what Tyler Reddick needed, was for Gibbs to follow Dillon side by side for the race lead.
And when we come into turn 1, Reddick stopped into that second position. Now they are nose to tail to the low side of turns 1 and 2. Austin Dillon finally steps out of line, but it is a hot battle for the top spot down the back straightaway.
Ty Gibbs hangs on to the race lead, but for how long? Here comes Tyler Reddick, was nearly to the apron off of turn 2, bit wider this time through turns 3 and 4.
Ty Gibbs changes his lane at this end of the racetrack, goes to the bottom. Reddick goes to the top, and they're still nose to tail.
When they come through the dogleg, I think Reddick is just a little bit better than Ty Gibbs. But now they come into turn 1. Gibbs washes up the bank in just a little bit, opening the door ever so slightly for Tyler Reddick.
Reddick, who has been a bit stronger to the inside of the racetrack at the exit of turn number 2, finds room on the bottom, up the back straightaway. Gibbs slides up. Here comes Reddick to the inside for the lead.
Gibbs running that middle lane opens things up for Tyler Reddick to get a good look. So far, he has not been able to take advantage.
How cool, how calm does Ty Gibbs have to be? This is a great race that he's running. He's doing everything in his power to maintain the lead. Again, Reddick will look to the inside on the exit of turn 2.
Ty Gibbs strong in the outside lane. Reddick better on the bottom. This time they'll single out up the back straightaway. Still less than a car length between the top 2.
5 laps to go in stage number 1 this time by. Valuable stage points are on the line. Battle for the race lead continues to the dogleg.
Again, nose to tails. They make their entrance into turn 1. And Denny Hamlin may have designs of making this a 3-car fight. He is closing in on the top 2. Everybody this time around goes to the top side of turns 1 and 2.
Denny Hamlin just 3 or 4 car lengths back in that 3rd spot behind race leader Ty Gibbs. 2nd place Tyler Reddick. Then it's Hamlin and Eric Jones.
Make it a good 4-car battle. Chase Elliott not too far behind. He goes 5th. 4 to go in stage number 1.
Here they come crossing the strike through the dogleg. And again, it is Ty Gibbs. One eye through the windshield, one eye in the mirror. He's going to try to stay in front of Tyler Reddick. Can't do it this time around. Reddick to the bottom of the racetrack off of turn 2.
Right up to the bottom underneath the yellow line, and it might pay off for him as they drag race again up the back straightaway. Tyler Reddick with the advantage this time in turn 3 on Gibbs.
He's got a fender out in front, looking for a first lead change of the race at the start-finish line, a virtual dead heat. But Ty Gibbs gets credit for still leading the lap.
Reddick went all the way through the bottom of the dogleg, trying to get around Ty Gibbs. It didn't work this time, but as he exits off turn 2, you're clear, Tyler Reddick. You're clear, Ty Gibbs. Your new leader is Tyler Reddick.
Reddick is able to break away by a half car length or so on Ty Gibbs. Denny Hamlin still very much a part of this battle right there in 3rd.
New leader here at the Phoenix Raceway with 2 laps remaining in the stage. It is Tyler Reddick as he makes his way back to turn 1.
Looks like he's going to pull away just a little bit. 3, 4 car lengths over Ty Gibbs. Gibbs will try to hang on to 2nd. He'll try to pick off Denny Hamlin and a hard-charging Eric Jones.
Tyler Reddick hangs on to the top spot, drives away by a couple of car lengths from former leader Ty Gibbs. Denny Hamlin right now unchallenged in 3rd.
As they make their way through turns 3 and 4, they'll begin their final lap of stage number 1. It's Tyler Reddick by 6 car lengths. Now Ty Gibbs in jeopardy of losing 2nd.
Ty Gibbs, his mirrors filled with Denny Hamlin. That gap only a car length and a half. They wide identical lines through turns 1 and 2. Hamlin looks briefly to the outside of Ty Gibbs.
That battle for 2nd now a full 6 or 7 car lengths behind Tyler Reddick, who once he got out front has been able to drive away at the point.
What a race, what a show here in stage number 1, and it's about to come to an end. Green and white checkered flag is in the air, and Tyler Reddick has scored his first stage win of 2024. Tyler Reddick across the line in front of Ty Gibbs, who dominated stage 1. He led all but the final 2 laps. Now we see the caution flag fly on lap number 60. Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, and Chase Elliott. That's your top 5. The rest of the top 10, William Byron, Ryan Blaney 7th, Michael McDowell 8th, Chase Briscoe 9th, Martin Truex Jr. 10th. Tyler Reddick scores the stage 1 win.
And that look at the top 10 and who scored points in this stage was presented by Sunoco. From fueling your favorite NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump, Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do.
Blue Green Vacations, the official vacation ownership provider of NASCAR, invites you to believe in the power of vacation. With Blue Green, you can create the vacation that fits your lifestyle, sharing a lifetime of memories at a collection of unique, locally inspired resorts and popular destinations across the U.S. Blue Green owners also enjoy exclusive access to VIP NASCAR packages that deliver the thrill only NASCAR can provide. Start your vacation journey today at BlueGreenVacations.com.
Jeff Gordon wins the Daytona 500.
Jeff Gordon's rise to one of NASCAR's all-time greatest drivers was one like no one. Relive Jeff Gordon's journey to the NASCAR Hall of Fame with the exclusive MRN podcast, Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career. 93 Cup Series wins, 4 Cup Series championships, and 3 Daytona 500 wins. A career rivaled by few others. Check out MRN's Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Pit stops coming up next from Phoenix Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
You crave power, but your ride is holding you back. Feeling the burn of mediocrity instead of the thrill of domination. E3's cutting-edge tech, the same spark that fuels NASCAR champions, also delivers maximum fuel efficiency, so you spend less time at the pump and more time at the track. This is championship performance. This is E3 Spark Plugs. Don't just dream of speed. Make it your reality. Power, speed, endurance. E3. What are you running?
NASCAR's next generation of stars drive in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
And here they come. Zane Smith now will try to advance his way to the lead.
Catch the excitement of every race right here.
NASCAR has made it official. Zane Smith is a back-to-back winner at the Daytona International Speedway in the opener.
On the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
We welcome you back to Phoenix Raceway, under caution for the second time in today's race. This one for the conclusion of stage number 1. It was won by Tyler Reddick. First caution came out on lap number 6 when Derek Kraus spun off turn 2, collected Austin Dillon and Austin Cindric. That effectively ended the day for Austin Cindric.
Let's remind everybody how the top 10 came across the line. Pit road not open yet. We'll cover those stops when they happen. Tyler Reddick led the last 2 laps of the stage, but that does not tell the story. Highly competitive at the front of the field since we dropped the green flag. Reddick over Gibbs, Hamlin, Eric Jones makes it a 4 Toyota foursome at the front of the field, and they have been strong. Chase Elliott, let's just stop there because Chase Elliott may be an underlining story here. He was not good. That team was not real good on Friday in practice, Todd Gordon. They certainly qualified better than they practiced, and now they are racing better than both.
Yeah, Friday's practice show, we talked about both Chase Elliott and William Byron being 29th and 30th on the board, just not showing speed. Chase made a kind of pseudo mock qualifying run, only got him to 9th. I didn't think there was much there, but both of those guys, the 24 and 9 cars, have shown strong here, 5th and 6th.
Yeah, they have been right there in the back half of the top 5 all race long. Now, pit lane is officially open this time for anybody on the lead lap to come to pit road. Next time by, it'll be open for everybody 1 or more laps down. We fully anticipate all the lead lap cars to make their way onto pit road with the amount of tire degradation we've seen today. About a second falling off on the lap times over a 20 or 30 lap run. Here they come on the pit road. We start our coverage with Kim Kuhn.
A lot of free race cars, a lot of drivers saying they need more rear grip. They include Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell saying he needs a half a number free, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott said he can't lean on the right rear, but here is Eric Jones, also needs help on the back end of that race car. The Jack Van, Kellen Mills, a Mesa, Arizona native, is going to give a pump at the jack on the left side. It is 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. Maybe a little trouble on the left front. Tire change there. Steve Postcar's headed your way.
And Michael McDowell, the first in. The car just slid like a little bit. All 4 tires over the last 5 or 6 laps. Minor air pressure adjustment. William Byron, the treaded loose in and tight off the battle out from pit road. Denny Hamlin wins it out. Out goes Tyler Reddick in the second. Looks like William Byron goes out third. Chase Elliott fourth on the cars here on this end of pit road. Denny Hamlin just a little bit loose is what he was dealing with. Nothing major on that car. Tyler Reddick, your race leader, tight center loose off, which is what we hear frequently at racetracks like here at Phoenix Pit Stops. Lap number 65, end of stage number 1.
And that is why qualifying is important. Denny Hamlin able to get the coveted pit stall number 1, and they used it to their advantage. First off the pit road in front of Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Chase Elliott, and Ty Gibbs. That's your Fast Five off the pit road.
The NASCAR season is here, and Toyota Racing is looking for clashers. Did you clash at the Coliseum with your favorite Toyota drivers? Clashing with the HOA, who won't let you carve bell number 20 into your lawn? Or maybe your Tyler Reddick shirt clashed with your pants while meeting the in-laws. If you're a clasher, then we want you. Be part of the action at toyota.com/racing. Toyota, let's go places. NASCAR is a registered trademark of National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing.
Welcome to Martinsville. Martinsville isn't your average everyday racetrack. It's truly one of a kind. The speed, the shape, the history, the hospitality, heck, even the hot dogs. A one-of-a-kind weekend at the short track of NASCAR with trucks on Friday, Xfinity on Saturday, and Cup Series on Sunday. It's one event too amazing to miss. NASCAR Weekend at Martinsville Speedway, April 5th through the 7th. Get your tickets now at martinsvillespeedway.com.
Kyle Larson off of pit road gained 3 spots, but he was just back on pit road. We'll cover that for you in just a moment. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
We are the voice of NASCAR.
The green flag is in the air, and we are underway. The Great American Race.
The Motor Racing Network. NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Craftsman Truck Series Racing live on your hometown radio station and MRN or NASCAR.com. Martinsville, Talladega, the Chicago Street Course. We have the side-by-side action and last lap passes for the win.
Photo finishes Ryan Blaney for a win.
The voice of NASCAR, the Motor Racing Network.
NASCAR history.
Eddie wins his 200th career NASCAR victory.
Told by the people who made that history.
President Reagan was there. He got us on the front page, and we got him in the sports page. It was a good trade-off from that standpoint.
Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcast The Road to Royalty. Jeff Gordon, a colorful career, 50 years of MRN, the 1993 season, Junior's Journey, and more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform.
We are 1 lap away from going back under the green flag. We mentioned Kyle Larson. He was running in the top 10. They had a good pit stop. Or did they, Steve Post? What was the issue?
Well, they had a good pit stop the first time. They were so good because the left rear tire did not get fully tightened up. So Kyle Larson had to come back down, and they will restart at the tail end of the field.
Tough break there for Kyle Larson. Much the same for Carson Hocevar. He had to come back down a second time as well. He, too, had a loose wheel after that initial pit stop. Both of those drivers are going to restart all the way back in 33rd and 34th.
We'll see the green flag come out on lap number 69. We've got a long way to go through stage number 2 as we get ready for a Geico restart presented by Geico. Is your insurance playbook confusing? Make it easy. Switch to Geico and get all your insurance coverage from one place. Go to geico.com today to get started.
Well, Todd Gordon, we ended that stage on a 49-lap green flag run. What types of things did you learn?
Just where the racetrack got wide as the tires kind of got deeper into the run. We saw 3 grooves of racing down here in 3 and 4. We saw them using the whole racetrack in 1 and 2. Look for that. This is going to be probably a 60-lap run if we go green.
Field now making its way off the end of the back straightaway. The crowd coming to their feet. Again, if you're just joining us, a sold-out crowd here at the Phoenix Raceway. Back under the green flag here on lap 69. Toyota's on the front row. Chevy's on the second row. Denny Hamlin with a big jump, and he will drive away from Tyler Reddick.
Absolutely, he is bringing the field into turn 1. Tyler Reddick rides in that second spot. They are 3 wide for third. That's where you'll find Ty Gibbs, William Byron, and Chase Elliott, all 3 wide off of turn 2.
What a run in the outside lane for Chase Elliott, who tries to take that third spot away and look to clear teammate William Byron, along with Ty Gibbs on the inside.
Close quarters racing through turns 3 and 4, but Chase Elliott does it from the outside lane. He'll pick up position number 3 and leave them fighting for scraps.
They are stacked and packed from fourth on back, and that's where you'll find William Byron and Ty Gibbs side by side, sticking his nose in there. And now Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski is also part of that mix.
Ryan Blaney had a peek to the outside lane, trying to gain a spot further back. 3 wide midfield back into the corner with Martin Truex Jr., Chase Briscoe, and Eric Jones trying to rally back up through.
Eric Jones on the bottom of the racetrack, but Truex will let it fly around the outside and pick them both off as he makes his way through the dog leg.
Nice nifty move on the part of Martin Truex Jr. Again, that battle rages on for fourth. William Byron right in that middle group. Ty Gibbs inside the yellow line of the apron.
As the top 3 begin to drive away just a bit, the battle for fourth is still side by side. Ty Gibbs to the inside of William Byron into the corner.
And that is the battle for 4th and 5th. Ryan Blaney is 6th, Brad Keselowski 7th, Noah Gragson is 8th, Martin Truex Jr. 9th, and Chase Briscoe 10th. Eric Jones, who was battling for the race lead early on, Kim Kuhn, has just reemerged into the top 10. What happened on their pit stop?
Well, you heard me on the pit stop say that it looked like they were slow on that left front. Well, I checked in with the team. They think it was an engagement issue with the pit gun on to the lug nut. I didn't see the front tire changer kind of double clutch, so that was the issue in the 43 pit.
Well, let's go for a ride with Eric Jones as he comes across the start-finish line trying to track down a couple of Toyotas.
For the moment, he is by himself. He's got a ways to go before he catches Martin Truex Jr. And Martin Truex Jr. has a lot of traffic up ahead. Flanking around Brad Keselowski and Noah Gragson.
That battle for traffic just into the top 10. Eric Jones trying to reel them in. He has since cleared himself with a side-by-side battle just behind him between Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell.
Inside the top 5, challenge and change for position number 4. Ty Gibbs was able to get by the William Byron car. Now Gibbs leads that pack.
Here they come into turn 1 again. It's Gibbs just in front of Byron. Byron may have to deal with a hard-charging Ryan Blaney. He's looking good here, and really going to stage 2.
Ryan Blaney will hang on to that position. That is the 6th spot, just in front of Brad Keselowski. Here's Martin Truex Jr. to the inside of Noah Gragson, just behind them.
Good race right there with Truex on the bottom, and he's going to slip and slide right on by Noah Gragson. He'll dive and cut the dog leg and then slide right up across the nose of Noah Gragson. 75 laps are complete. Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, Alex Hayden up to 3rd and looking very good.
Yeah, and he's looking to end a long winless drought. As a matter of fact, it's been 37 races since Chase Elliott last got to victory lane. That was at Talladega in October of 2022. So Chase Elliott fans have been sticking with him week after week, race after race, and now they're back here showing quite well here today in Phoenix.
You know, you bring up a winless streak, and there's a number of drivers that are on that list, and I think the one that stands out the most is Brad Keselowski, now 101, looking to break a very long winless streak, but they've got a good car here this afternoon.
They really do, and what better place to end a winless streak than right here in Phoenix in the desert. When you look at it, that's something that has been somewhat of a trend. Mark Martin back in 2009 won here at Phoenix, breaking a 97 race winless drought. Ryan Newman in 2010 broke a 77 race winless drought. Carl Edwards, he did that. Jeff Gordon, Casey Kane, Kevin Harvick, all these drivers broke long winless streaks, and they did it right here at Phoenix Raceway.
For Brad, it's been 101. For Chase Briscoe, it's been 71. Alex Bowman is on a long dry spell as well. So a number of drivers looking to win here in the Valley as Denny Hamlin leads at the moment.
So as a matter of fact, let's take a look at the leaderboard brought to you by Blue Green Vacations. Blue Green Vacations, the official vacation ownership provider of NASCAR, invites you to believe in the power of vacation. With Blue Green, you can create a lifetime of memories at our collection of unique, locally inspired resorts and enjoy exclusive access to VIP NASCAR experiences. Start your vacation journey today at BlueGreenVacations.com.
This look at the leaderboard comes on lap number 79 with Denny Hamlin, the pole sitter, out front. He's out front of Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, and William Byron. That's your top 5. Ryan Blaney right now is 6th. 7th belongs to Martin Truex Jr. We just talked about Brad Keselowski. He's 8th. Christopher Bell climbing the leaderboard slowly but surely up to 9th and running in front of Noah Gragson.
11th is Eric Jones. Daniel Suarez is being scored 12th with Chase Briscoe 13th. Alex Bowman is 14th and Michael McDowell goes 15th. Chris Buescher's plateaued at 16th. 17th is Ryan Preece. Bubba Wallace is 18th. 19th is Ross Chastain, and 20th is John Hunter Nemechek.
Have not talked about Joey Logano much at all, but don't be surprised if we do so before it's all said and done. Logano right now 21st in front of Josh Berry. Kyle Larson 23rd. He's climbing the leaderboard after that mistake on pit road. Daniel Hemrick is 24th. Then comes Corey LaJoie. Kyle Busch, he is running 25th. Make that 26th. Zane Smith, 27th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Todd Gilliland, and Derek Kraus round out the top 30.
Carson Hocevar is 31st. Justin Haley 32nd. Harrison Burton is 33rd. Kaz Grala is 34th. He's the last car on the lead lap. Austin Dillon still running with a wounded race car in 35th. He's the only car one or more laps down, and he's currently being scored 3 laps down. Finishing 36th and out of the race after getting caught up in a lap 6 crash is Austin Cindric.
The NASCAR Powerball playoff is back and ready to make a new millionaire in Victory Lane. Last year, it happened to Stephanie. This year, it could be you winning $1 million at NASCAR Championship Weekend. Head to Powerball.com for the list of participating lotteries and join the race for $1 million. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR and home to the NASCAR Powerball playoff.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Sarah wants a yard. My own little paradise. Brad, however, hates yard work.
The only thing I hate more than cutting the grass is paying someone to cut the grass.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Sarah and Brad found a great home with a yard. A very, very small yard.
Time to get it done. And I'm done.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
Once Denny Hamlin got up front, he's been able to maintain it and grow the advantage. It's now a 2-second lead over Tyler Reddick. Chase Elliott goes 3rd, Ty Gibbs 4th, and William Byron is 5th. 100 laps to go in stage number 2. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
The 2004 NASCAR Cup Series Championship was won in dramatic fashion.
Well, they changed right-side tires only. The entire wheel came off.
But what happened throughout the year is what makes it one of NASCAR's biggest seasons. Hear all the stories on NASCAR Live Presents 2004 Chasing History. This week on Chasing History.
Honestly, I think Dale Jr. was a better drafter than his dad.
Get the latest episode of NASCAR Live Presents 2004 Chasing History at MRN.com or on your favorite podcast platform.
iRacing, NASCAR, and Coca-Cola congratulate 23XI Racing and Keegan Leahy on his win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the 15th season of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. NASCAR's officially sanctioned esports series featuring the top sim racers from around the world. Leahy made a last lap pass for his first win since 2022. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for round 3 at Atlanta Motor Speedway on eNASCAR.com. Brought to you by Coca-Cola, iRacing, and NASCAR.
Continuing to work under the green flag here in the Shriners Children's 500 for the NASCAR Cup Series, race number 4 of the 2024 season. It's Denny Hamlin up front now by 2.3 seconds over Tyler Reddick, and Chase Elliott still hanging right there in 3rd. Jeff, about the most we've seen this field spread out now over the opening 88 laps.
Yeah, right now, Denny Hamlin has this field in a stranglehold. Tyler Reddick all by himself in 2nd. You get back to Chase Elliott, he goes 3rd. He's got 10 car lengths on Ty Gibbs. 1 back to William Byron, 3 back to Martin Truex Jr. Crew chief, stage 1 is in the books. Let's focus on Ty Gibbs. Obviously, the car is very good when the clean air is across the nose of that Camry. Not so good maybe back in traffic. What have we learned so far, Todd?
Well, I think you see that. You're seeing the Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick, 2 guys that you expected to run up front here. They've put it together and gone that way. Denny won the pole, and I expected him to be a contender here. Ty Gibbs still pretty formidable there in the top 5 and working his way forward. I think the whole Gibbs organization, if you look, Martin Truex Jr. has been driving methodically through the field looking at his lap times, I think one of the best cars here, Christopher Bell coming forward. So Joe Gibbs Racing as a whole, they've struggled here in the past, but they seem to have figured out this today.
Early on leader Ty Gibbs now beginning to fall back a bit. He's under attack here at the start-finish line from William Byron with Truex looking on.
This is the fight from fourth on back, and it involves those three cars, Ty Gibbs, William Byron, and Martin Truex Jr. Oh, they almost make it three wide through turns 1 and 2. Byron has the spot, just narrowly over Ty Gibbs.
Gibbs in the outside lane, Byron to the bottom, nose to nose, up the back straightaway, 1 car length in front of Martin Truex Jr. in 6th. They're still side by side for that position.
Position number 4, and it is 6 seconds behind Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, William Byron, Martin Truex Jr.
Chevy versus Toyota for that 4th position. They make their way through the dogleg. Ty Gibbs really goes up high through turns 1 and 2, almost opening the door completely for William Byron, but that allows him to keep the RPM up. Does Ty Gibbs? He's side by side with Byron into turn 3.
Builds all that speed into turn 3, and Gibbs continues to hang on to that spot for now.
He does, as Truex looks about going up the middle and splitting them 3 wide. They will quickly snap back together to Byron on the inside lane and Gibbs topside.
You get the feeling it's only a matter of time before William Byron closes the deal as Gibbs continues to climb higher and higher in that wire line between 1 and 2. And yes, Byron does clear Ty Gibbs off of turn 2.
We'll take that 4th position away up the backstretch. Car length now over Gibbs. Martin Truex Jr. has settled into line, a couple of car lengths behind Gibbs in 6th.
94 laps complete. Quick look at the top 10 will show you Denny Hamlin out front, and he is comfortable there over Tyler Reddick. Chase Elliott running in front of his teammate again, but they continue to climb the leaderboard. Elliott 3rd, Byron 4th, and Ty Gibbs right now is 5th. Martin Truex Jr. 6th. Ryan Blaney is 7th. Christopher Bell. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about Christopher Bell running for the lead before this thing is all said and done. Right now he's 8th. Then comes Brad Keselowski, and how about Noah Gragson? He is just going about his business week in and week out and racking up solid finishes.
Yeah, he has after a top 10 last week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Of course, this is a team trying to dig themselves out of a hole early on in the season, and they got to get that done week after week with good finishes. And Noah Gragson right now is the one that's getting the job done, carrying the banner for Stewart-Haas Racing, currently the highest running SHR Ford in the number 10 spot. Jeff mentioned a moment ago, Todd, once Denny Hamlin got clean air on the nose of that race car, he's been able to drive away. It's time now to educate the new NASCAR fan that might be listening. What is clean air, and why is that such an advantage over dirty air?
So I think the piece that the average listener can equate to is follow a semi-truck down the interstate. Get up close enough. You feel that kind of air buffet you around, and it's moving you around. It's not organized. It's not hitting your car the same way. So here we're in the same situation. When you're in clean air, it's not moving around. That air comes under the splitter. It makes downforce under the car. We make a lot of downforce under the car. It's organized coming to the diffuser to make the downforce there. So you make more downforce in organized air. Once you get back in the wake, if you think of a boat, there's much like what a boat has. There's a wake behind a car. So when there's multiple wakes, you don't know where that air is coming from. It's not as organized coming to make downforce. So your car makes less downforce in the wake behind cars than it does in clean air up front. The other piece that adds to that is, if you look at these cars, they have brake ducts. They have cooling ducts on the front of the car. Those, when you're in clean air, they're pressurized. They're cooling the brakes even better, which means your front tires don't build as much pressure because you've got more airflow through them and through the brake areas. That doesn't work as well when you're behind cars in that dirty air.
That is championship winning crew chief Todd Gordon with a great explanation. We are a lap away from completing 100 laps. That will give us 212 remaining. Top 10, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Ty Gibbs.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
She is the track to tuck potato.
The lady in black. She's got a thing for tradition, a hankering for history, and she sure likes a good challenge. Well, when Throwback Weekend comes to town, she'll get exactly what she wants and play extra hard to get.
These guys are going to have their hands.
Shall we dance? The official Throwback Weekend of NASCAR, May 10th through the 12th. Get your tickets now at darlingtonraceway.com.
101 down. Denny Hamlin's lead beginning to shrink just a little bit. Tyler Reddick has closed in a bit. We'll get you back to the track when we come back from Phoenix Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Don't miss a moment of the NASCAR season.
Chastain drove it and never lifted. Put it against the safer barrier all the way around the turn. Passes Denny Hamlin.
Check out the Motor Racing Network's coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series on hundreds of local radio stations around the country. Find your local station by going to MRN.com to catch the excitement of NASCAR on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
NASCAR fans, thinking about heading to the track? The official NASCAR Tracks app is the ultimate resource for planning and attending your next event. Discover tickets, event schedules, maps, and facility information to make your experience memorable. Get notified of the latest happenings right on your mobile device.
Ready, green flag, green flag.
New for 2024 is scanner access right from your phone.
Got a race to win, my man.
Listen to driver and team communications while select NASCAR Tracks. Download NASCAR Tracks today on the Apple App Store or Google Play.
Denny Hamlin leading over Tyler Reddick and Chase Elliott. 105 laps are complete. Gear up for an inspiring race day. Shriners Children's has touched 1.5 million worldwide, offering groundbreaking care in orthopedics, burns, spinal injuries, and beyond, no matter the financial hurdle. Shriners provides exceptional care for every child. Stand with us in supporting Shriners Children's. The race to care is on.
It absolutely is, and the Shriners do a fantastic job with their hospitals all around the globe. We'll learn more about that here in just a short while as we race the Shriners Children's 500. Under a long green flag run right now, we've gone 40 consecutive green flag laps as we close in on our longest green flag stretch of 49 laps.
Let's talk about the big movers and the big losers since we put them under the green flag. That was back on lap 68, like Alex said. We've now logged 40 laps under the green flag. Kyle Larson, remember, had the issue on pit road. He's up.
This race is fucking boring.
Climb.
I fucking hate it.
9 spots. How about Corey LaJoy? Up 8. Chris.
It's fucking gay. This race is gay. And you're also gay if you haven't hit the like button or even subscribed yet. At this point, I'm tired of explaining it to y'all because a lot of people in here don't understand. Plus, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just, yeah. Guys, y'all keep coming back to me anyway. You guys fucking keep tuning into my streams every fucking time. Why not just subscribe already and just admit that, hey, you know, I'm going to come back anyway, but I don't want to miss it. Like, guys, if you don't want to miss my shit, just hit subscribe. That's all you got to do. And like the stream, too. I mean, damn. I mean, come on. And yes, I'm alive, for people that were wondering. Yes.
He wanted to through turns 1 and 2 in stage 1. And it's not the case now here in stage 2. His line through turns 1 and 2 keeps getting higher and higher and higher. He simply cannot get the car to rotate in the center of the corner. So Ty Gibbs is having a very tough go of it here in stage 2. And Kyle Rickey over here in turns 3 and 4. It's been a struggle for Ty Gibbs as well.
It has. He has had a tough time keeping that car on the bottom of the racetrack. A tough time getting in.
I'm ready for someone to say yes.
Lost a lot of...
I'm just, yep, someone said yes. Yep, yeah, I knew it.
His Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, Martin Truex Jr. going by, Christopher Bell going by. He's continuing to fade. Ryan
To the gay people in here, get the fuck out. Go get some help. You need therapy. You mental ill fucker. Mentally ill motherfucker.
Road, and we're gonna
Get out. Get your furry loving anime ass out of here.
Pit road for tires and fuel. We'll do that here in just a couple of moments. Top 10, lap 111, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Martin Truex Jr. That's your top 5. Christopher Bell is up to 6th. Ty Gibbs is faded back to 7th. And it's Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, and Noah Gragson. That's your top 10.
It is the Shriners Children's 500 here at Phoenix Raceway. Want to welcome to the broadcast the chairman of the board of trustees for Shriners Children's and Shriners International, Ed Stolz. How you doing today? Outstanding. With that being said, this is the Shriners Children's 500. It's a great partnership with Shriners and NASCAR and Phoenix Raceway. Give us an idea how all this came about.
All right, we'll get back to you here in just a moment. Alex, Denny, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Christopher Bell continuing to show the way. Truex, by the way, did get passed by his teammate, C. Bell. So Christopher now up to 5th. He's got a long ways to go before he will get to William Byron. We're also hearing now that we may see some cars coming to pit road very shortly. Let's just check in quickly with the postman. Steve, how soon might we see cars coming to pit road?
Well, scheduled pit stops probably will be another 10 laps or so, but you have to watch those cars that are struggling. I've been keeping an eye and listen on Ty Gibbs' radio, and they are getting ready to pit this time. And Kim, it looks like Ryan Blaney's pitting in front of you.
That's right, Steve. Close. Ryan Blaney, one of the first to pit. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires, air pressure adjustment as they take Duquesne and Sunoco fuel. Ryan was complaining really free in, really free out, also needing more front turn as more cars are on their pit road. Steve Post.
Harrison Burton is going to be 4 tires Sunoco Racing Fuel as they try to find the handle on their car. Kyle Larson had that long pit stop. Here he comes. The Valvoline colors on his Chevy. Crew around to the right side. Larson going to go 4 tires Sunoco Racing Fuel. Let's go back to Keaton Code.
Christopher Bell finishing up service here. He said he needed more front turn. They did make a chassis adjustment. Martin Truex Jr. also finishing service. He said it started tight and then got free. Couldn't lean on that right rear as Joey Logano starts his service. Alex Bowman finishes his. Steve.
Alex Bowman finishes his. His teammate William Byron starts his. Pretty happy with the Raptor Chevrolet as Rudy Fugle, the crew chief. 4 tires, no adjustments. Sunoco Racing Fuel. The call for William Byron as he comes in. Another Hendrick teammate. Chase Elliott's in front of you, Kim.
Daniel Hemrick finishing his service as Eric Jones starts his. They're looking for a cleaner stop this time. Eric said he was way too free on landing. They'll make an air pressure adjustment as they take 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Sunoco fuel. Zane Smith also in on this hit to pit road. Steve Post.
There's Ty Gibbs. Going to be a significant chassis adjustment. That car went really, really tight. Meaning the nose wanted to slide up the racetrack. He could not get the car to turn and could not get the car to roll. Ty Gibbs is down and away. Also getting pit service is Noah Gragson getting pit service on lap 118, Kim.
Sign out for Josh Berry. He brings the Sunny D orange, blue, and yellow Ford Mustang to a stop. The crew on the right side, they'll put a chassis wrench in. Couple turns on that. Now to the left side, the second tire's going on. Sunoco can in, and he is done. Steve Post.
Tyler Reddick has brought his car in. He is down and away. 4 tires Sunoco Racing Fuel. Daniel Suarez comes out. Denny Hamlin has to lock on the brakes. He just about gets together with Daniel Suarez. Now, Hamlin dives around the backside of
Time to get political.
4 tires, no adjustment. Denny Hamlin, good with his race car in that very first pit stop. He is down and away. Michael McDowell also getting pit stops. Green flag stops here, lap number 119.
A lot of people making.
By the way, for the record, for anyone that picked Biden, you are now confirmed a retard. You're stupid.
Junior and some other.
Everyone else is acceptable.
Alex Hayden for this to cycle.
Get your fucking donkey head looking ass out of here.
The race leader.
Oh, I want the gas prices to stay high. Oh, I want the government to cover everything. Oh. Well, hey, Clouds, fuck off. Yeah, you're done. See ya, bud. See ya. Suck my dick.
Come to pit road.
Kyle Larson brings his Chevy and 4 tires Sunoco Racing Fuel.
From fueling NASCAR champions on the track for over 20 years to innovating 94 octane, the highest octane on the market. Performance is what Sunoco does. All Sunoco fuel at the pump meets the same top-tier standards as the fuel used in NASCAR.
Personally, I think The Rock should be president. Think about it. Every day we get to wake up and we get to see him do the rock bottom on somebody. Think about it. Think about it.
I'm Kyle Penn. You may know that Victory Junction provides fun, adaptive, and life-changing experiences for kids with all levels of abilities, serious illnesses, and chronic medical conditions.
See ya!
Did you know that camp is free for the children and families we serve? Your support helps every camper build a foundation to live their best life. Make your gift today at victoryjunction.org/donate and feel your heart race.
Continuing work under the green flag, Todd Gilliland, the race leader through green flag pit stop cycles with 62 laps to go in stage number 2 of the Shriners Children's 500. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Jeff Gordon wins the Daytona 500.
Jeff Gordon's rise to one of NASCAR's all-time greatest drivers was one like no other. Relive Jeff Gordon's journey to the NASCAR Hall of Fame with the exclusive MRN podcast, Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career. 93 Cup Series wins, 4 Cup Series championships, and 3 Daytona 500 wins. A career rivaled by few others. Check out MRN's Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick and your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
We welcome you back to a sun-drenched Phoenix Raceway in the Shriners Children's 500. We work our way through the mid-stages of the second stage. Todd Gilliland continues to be the race leader, although he's on much older Goodyear Racing Eagles right now than the rest of the field. Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick now up to second and third. Before we continue on in the broadcast, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network.
This one might be a little bit controversial, but I don't care. I swear to God, if people pick no, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
Racing Network live at Phoenix Raceway as the NASCAR Cup Series races the Shriners Children's 500.
Oh, it's even. It's even right now, guys. It's even. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's be controversial. Oh, it's going back to yes. Oh, damn. Okay. I tried to be funny, but no, never mind.
Lap number 127. We have 58 remaining
I tried.
in the stage.
I tried.
A long way to go before we see the green and white checkered flag. Lap leaders, Ty Gibbs led early, led 57 laps. Then it was Denny Hamlin that took over and dominated. He led 58 laps. Hamlin right now is running second because we are still in the middle of green flag pit stops, and we have 5 drivers that have yet to come to pit road. They include Todd Gilliland, who is actually being shown right now as the race leader, but again, he has to come to pit road. So Gibbs has led 57, Hamlin 55, Todd Gilliland out front right now, and he has led the last 10 laps. Gilliland, Hamlin, Reddick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he's 4th, but he has to pit. Carson Hocevar 5th, he's in the same boat. Then you get back to William Byron, who is 6th. All of these drivers have come to pit road already. Byron, Bell, Elliott, Truex, and Ryan Blaney, that is your top 10. That's going to shuffle a little bit, Alex, when those 4 other drivers do decide to come to pit road for fuel.
And that should be in the next handful of laps as we welcome Chairman of the Board of Directors, Shriners Children's, Ed Stolz, back with us now. And, you know, Shriners Children's and the partnership with NASCAR Phoenix Raceway is a fantastic partnership, isn't it?
It is. We've been involved with them for a little over 6 years. We sponsored some drivers, David Reagan, Jesse Little, Ty Gibbs, and we felt that it was really important for us to get a little more involved and come to sponsor this race.
So a lot of folks obviously know about Shriners Children's, but tell us more about the healthcare system and the amazing care your organization provides.
We have 27 facilities around the United States, as well as 120 touch points throughout the world. Shriners in 67 different countries. Last year we took care of kids from 164 countries from around the world, bringing them here to help take care of them, and it's no matter whether their parents can pay or not.
A global effort right now from Shriners Children's. So how is your organization able to do all of that?
It's through the help of volunteers and donors that help us put it all together.
Now Shriners is a
the
wonderful
penny. No, I'm joking.
organization. It's a fraternity, 150 years or so strong. So tell us what Shriners International is and what it means to be a Shriner.
Well, Shriners is 151 years old this year. We have 182,000 members around, like I said, 67 different countries. They help us do everything. They raise funds. They drive kids to hospitals. They take care of everything. They get the word out. They help us with patient acquisition and just get the word out.
And it's important to have that collaboration between Shriners International and Shriners Children. It's truly remarkable, that partnership. Tell us more about that and how that partnership started and the role that Shriners International plays in supporting the mission.
For 50 years, we didn't have a charity. Shriners International, or the Ancient Arabic Order, Nobles of the Mystic Shrine at that time, were known, and for 50 years we had fun and fellowship and camaraderie and so forth. And in 1922, we felt we needed to take care of a charity. So in 1922, we opened up
Root beer.
You guys have done remarkable things, and we can't thank you
Root
enough.
beer.
You and all the Shriners
Root
out there.
beer.
Thanks for what you do for the children, but more importantly for us right now, right today, thanks for being a part of NASCAR.
Thank you for helping us get the word out.
Absolutely. That is Ed Stolz, Board of Directors, I should say, Chairman of the Board of Directors, Shriners Children's.
Well, to take the word you just used, we've had some remarkable things going on the racetrack as well. 3 drivers are praying for a caution flag as they run the fuel cell dry. They be Todd Gilliland, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Carson Hocevar. They're the only 3 drivers yet to pit, and now Hocevar will do that. In the meantime, Tyler Reddick ran down and passed Denny Hamlin. At the moment, it was for second. It quickly evolved into a battle for the lead, and Tyler Reddick is out front here on lap 36. He leads over Denny Hamlin, Todd Gilliland, who's yet to come to pit road, William Byron, and Christopher Bell.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards...
This is for the men. I don't care if I get banned. Go for it.
One song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Feel like you're in the driver's seat and never miss a second of the race action with Racing Electronics. Racing Electronics scanners allow you to listen in on uncensored audio from your favorite drivers, spotters, and crews the entire race. Hear team strategy with critical passes, dangerously close calls, and all the pit stop drama. To learn more, visit them at RacingElectronics.com. Be race ready. Be RE equipped.
25 cars on the lead lap. We are working lap number 139. We'll have 45 to go in stage number 2 next time by. At the front of the field, it is Tyler Reddick from Phoenix Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi, I'm Kyle Penn. You may know that Victory Junction provides fun, adaptive, and life-changing experiences for kids with all levels of abilities, serious illnesses, and chronic medical conditions. But did you know that camp is free for the children and families we serve? Your support helps every camper build a foundation to live their best life. Make your gift today at victoryjunction.org/donate and feel your heart race.
The 2004 NASCAR Cup Series championship was won in dramatic fashion.
Well, they changed right side tires only. The entire wheel came off.
But what happened throughout the year is what makes it one of NASCAR's biggest seasons. Hear all the stories on NASCAR Live Presents 2004 Chasing History. This week on Chasing History.
Honestly, I think Dale Jr. was a better drafter than his dad.
Get the latest episode of NASCAR Live Presents 2004 Chasing History at MRN.com or on your favorite podcast platform.
.142 down, 170 remain in the event, 43 in the stage. That would be stage 2. Tyler Reddick leading over Denny Hamlin, Todd Gilliland, Christopher Bell, and William Byron. That is your top 5. Then is Truex, Elliott, Blaney, Brad Keselowski, and Noah Gragson. One driver in there that I guess the strategy at this point, run the fuel cell dry.
Well, yeah, I think it's a smart move. It's a right call for some of these teams out there, like Todd Gilliland, who's running third, led a lot of laps in the Daytona 500 before getting swept up late in the event. He's had his share of laps here at the front of this one as well.
Yeah, and if you look at it, if you felt like if this thing goes green for 120 laps with the pace that Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick have set up, if you're going to go a lap down anyway, your opportunity here is let's take this long. Let's see if a caution comes somewhere. We can go almost 100 laps on fuel. They started pitting at 55. That left us a 40-lap window that if a caution falls, it falls in our favor. So I think a great call by Ryan Burgundy in the 38 team, and one that we'll see where it plays out. Even
time to expose the white supremacist people.
Hocevar was going to attempt that same strategy, but then they came off the racetrack, pitted, and when they did on lap 136, that put them one lap down. So again,
all I gotta do is say his name. Just watch.
one name missing, Steve Post, in that top 10 when I gave it a moment ago is Ty Gibbs, and you can explain why.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs came down to do that green flag pit stop, and green flag pit stops are so critical. They had a problem on the right rear, and it took them a little bit longer on the right rear, and it doesn't take much to slow things down and get you off and lose a number of positions. Right now, Ty Gibbs has dropped back to the 13th spot, and to make matters worse, well, they haven't really got the handling on the car much better either. So Ty Gibbs right now hanging on, trying to get to the end of this stage where they can work on the car and maybe have a little bit better fortune here on pit road.
And that pit stop happened right in front of us here up in the booth, and got to see it. The jack man dropped the jack as he would, had to come back, repost the jack the car back up so they get that right rear.
That is scary. A 50-50 vote on Bubba Wallace. Damn. Okay. That's just harsh.
To Christopher Bell, that was third. Now he's under attack for the number 4 spot in turn 1.
Right by side with Todd Gilliland on the outside, and he feels that pressure to his left elbow from William Byron. Gilliland just steps aside again. He's on much older tires. Gets the spot for William Byron.
That's the battle for the 4th spot off of turn 2 and up the back straightaway. William Byron easily able to get around Todd Gilliland and falls back in the line now in 5th.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about Todd Gilliland and bring in Kim Kuhn, who is monitoring that radio. How long can they stay out there, Kim? Right now he is running 5th, and he last pitted on lap 65.
Yeah, he can still go a little bit of ways. The crew in no rush. They're nowhere near pit wall. And yes, this is a strategy play to a certain extent, but there's a twofold part. The other piece of that is giving young driver Todd Gilliland the opportunity to be out front to race with some of the best in the field. So again, a twofold part. Yes, strategy. They would love a caution right now, but also just him logging laps up towards the front of the field.
It's an opportunity to continue to earn respect from veteran drivers as well, knowing that he's on much older tires. How does he handle himself?
Can't deal with the snowflakes. Get the fuck out of here.
With the older Goodyear tires than the rest of the leaders, but he's done a wonderful job. He's raced Christopher.
Damn!
He raced William Byron.
Damn! 20 votes, 21. God damn!
Found a spot on the racetrack. He's got no attack from behind. The next car.
Chat, I'm proud of you. Chat, everybody in here, I am so fucking proud of y'all. I'm so goddamn proud of y'all. Everyone gets a free beer. Everyone gets a free beer. Take that back. Everyone gets a free beer and a free fucking Happy Meal. Goddamn. I am proud of y'all. I am so happy.
and having another very good afternoon, as is Tyler Reddick in 23:11. That team has posted some pretty solid finishes so far this season.
Yeah, they have. Tyler Reddick was in position to try to get the win at Las Vegas a week ago, came up one position short. So Tyler Reddick's been in the hunt and been in the mix, if you will. And here he is yet again out front in the mid stages of another race, and keeping Denny Hamlin at bay. He's opened up a 1-second lead now on his car owner and competitor Denny Hamlin on the racetrack. Christopher Bell, another Toyota, is running third. So the Toyotas,
every kind of beer, from Bud Light to Coors Light to Busch to fucking everything.
A top 5 finish in all 3 events so far this season, and right now they are out.
Budweiser, hell, I could think of all the alcohol.
Continues to climb the leaderboard. William Byron right there as well. Dan Hubbard is outside turn number 2. We are now working lap 154. What do you see from your spot?
Well, I tell you, once Christopher Bell got around William Byron for that third spot, he's like a horse out of a chute. He is in that third position. He is all by himself. He's got quite a ways to go before he catches second place guy Denny Hamlin, but he is attacking turns 1 and 2. I'm not sure what the strategy is there, but he's definitely hustling his car, Christopher Bell in.
we are now down to 24 cars on the lead lap because Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just made his way to pit road. He's one of those drivers that stayed on the racetrack on the older Goodyear tires, and that race car in need of Sunoco fuel as well. So Stenhouse came to pit lane. He did lose a lap under the green flag cycle. He's being scored in 31st, and right now John Hunter Nemechek is the last car being scored on the lead lap in 24th.
Well, you mentioned the Goodyear Racing Eagles, the Goodyear Blimp, directly above Kyle Rickey in turn number 3. And Kyle, it is interesting to watch the lines spread out on those brand new Goodyear Racing Eagles that are right down in the bottom of the racetrack. But as they log laps up the racetrack they go.
A lot of slip sliding around over here in turns 3 and 4, something that we expected with this new package and with this hot racetrack. We've seen cars for the most part down on the bottom, entering turn number 3 and then drift up the speedway, and those cars looking to make a pass on competitors in front of them, able to use that second and third line. We have often seen 3-wide racing. In fact, seeing a little bit of it right now with some lead lap cars, putting some of those slower cars a lap down. But right now, the field's strung out, all of those lines being used as some of the drivers using them to their advantage, and some of the drivers in those lanes because their car is simply not handling where they need it to be.
There's a heck of a knot of traffic making the way down the backstretch right now. Martin Truex Jr. just passed Todd Gilliland for the number 5 spot, but you got the lap car of Josh Berry there, the lap car of Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. They're all in the mix right now, Jeff, as they make their way around the racetrack.
Well, I want to remind everybody something that you just said. The lapped car of Kyle Busch. Yes, indeed, Kyle is back. 1 lap down, running in position number 26. Not what we expected from a driver that has 16 total wins between the Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series. It has not been a Kyle Busch type afternoon here today at Phoenix.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
On Thursdays, NASCAR Live goes wide open with some of the biggest names in the sport.
The goal is the same, so the mindset's the same, right? The goal is to win the championship.
And some familiar voices that you might not have heard from in a while.
You know, I thought about going to one of these teams because I'd really like to win the 500.
I never planned any of this to start with, right from the very beginning.
No matter what driver or what era is your favorite, NASCAR Live Wide Open has every corner of the fan base covered. Subscribe now wherever you listen to podcasts.
We had you covered even before the green flag went in the air. Kim and Steve talking to Christopher Bell. We knew that car was going to be good. We talked about the fact it has been climbing the leaderboard. It's up to 3rd. It's the fastest car on the racetrack right now. He is trailing Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin at the moment. but we have 150 laps remaining. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Now we are ready to roll in Richmond.
Virginia is for lovers.
You ready?
Of a return to night racing. Of a rocking infield experience that offers unparalleled access to your favorite NASCAR drivers. And a spring weekend full of friends and electric short track action you'll never forget. NASCAR Weekend at Richmond Raceway, March 29th through the 31st. Get your tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
NASCAR history. What I learned from Ken Squire, Barney Hall, and Ned Jarrett, I could never repay. Ken never told me what to say or what not to say. I learned very quickly that I was never going to be another Ken Squire. I don't think anybody could rise to that level. Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcasts. 50 years of MRN. Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career. The 1993 season. Junior's Journey. And more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform.
Running inside the top 10 for a long time, Todd Gilliland, and he just made a stop a moment ago in front of Kim Kuhn.
Yeah, routine service looked pretty good from the angle I was at. They took 4 fresh Goodyear tires, air pressure adjustment. He was a little free in and free out. Sunoco fuel, but Todd Gilliland, 87 laps led so far this season for Todd.
Yeah, fantastic start to the year, leading a lot of laps, but not getting the finishes that he and that team feel like they're capable of getting. So right now, he's falling a lap down. He'll cycle back around somewhere in the neighborhood of 27th right now. But who knows how this will play out as we're in our longest green flag stretch of the entire race, up to 99 laps.
Take a look at the leaderboard, Alex. Corey LaJoie, the last car on the lead lap. Next in line, Joey Logano. We talked about him, earlier saying, all right, he's down, but he's not out. We always see Joey just quietly rally back. Dan Hubbard, we'll follow him for a lap here. But right now, he is just a non-factor, Dan, as he heads your way.
Has not been a factor all afternoon, and now he is under serious attack from the leader, Tyler Reddick. Reddick will have to get around LaJoie first, but LaJoie and Logano are both tight together. Tyler Reddick right behind them.
Here they come up the back straightaway. Ryan Preece just in front of Joey Logano, trying to stay on the lead lap as Reddick goes to the inside of LaJoie.
Try to put him a lap down, but behind them, the battle for second is flaring up. Christopher Bell has caught Denny Hamlin, as Todd Gordon predicted, and he's now on his bumper.
This has been a long project for Christopher Bell, but he has finally caught his teammate Denny Hamlin for that second spot. They go through turns 1 and 2. Hamlin down low, and it is Bell up high.
Bell goes much wider to the exit of the corner and up the back straightaway. That allows him to close now to within 1 car length of Denny Hamlin in a race for that second spot.
Working lap 168, 2 big stories unfolding. One, Joey Logano trying to stay on the lead lap, and following Christopher Bell's charge to the front.
Without question, Joey Logano has gone to the whip. He knows the leader is coming. He's a lot more aggressive through turns 1 and 2. Reddick has cleared Corey LaJoie. The leader is off of turn 2.
Here's the battle for second, side by side for a moment off of the corner. Denny Hamlin hangs on to it, but Bell had a look to the inside and does again in 3.
Side by side with the lap car of Corey LaJoie, 5 car lengths in front of them. Off turn number 4, Christopher Bell tries to clear Hamlin, but Hamlin will not give up the fight.
It looked like Bell had the job done off of turn 4, nothing doing. Hamlin fights back hard on the outside, loses a little bit of ground, and now Christopher Bell clears Denny Hamlin up the back straightaway.
In a battle for that second spot, Hamlin trying to do the crossover move up the back straightaway. Now Hamlin looks to the inside of Bell. Bell slides up the racetrack. Here's Denny back to the bottom.
It took him 170 laps to come from his starting position up to second. He's trying to close the deal now as he heads to 1.
And he has yet to do it. He beats Denny Hamlin into the corner, but he's on that outside line. Let's see if Hamlin can dig hard on that bottom groove. They are side by side almost for the second spot.
Bell hangs on to it for now over Hamlin in front of them. Joey Logano trying to stay on the lead lap as Reddick has reeled him into within a car length and a half.
He has, as Reddick is up the racetrack in turn 4. Then you've got the lap car of Corey LaJoie. If there's a caution, LaJoie would be the one to get the free pass. And then another hard-charging Christopher Bell.
There was 2 car lengths between Logano and the leader, Tyler Reddick. Now Reddick goes way up high through turns 1 and 2, trying to put Joey Logano a lap down.
He'll stay on the lead lap 4 now, talking about Logano, but he'll slide up the racetrack in 3. Reddick peeks to the inside, looking to put that car off the lead lap.
Yeah, Joey's just got no fight when it comes to Tyler Reddick, and I know this will not surprise you at all, Alex, but the Xfinity fastest lap of the race has been turned by Tyler Reddick. He did a lap at 129.329 miles an hour. Xfinity keeps NASCAR fans in the zone with ultra-low lag and connection you can rely on. Stream NASCAR from the best seat in the house with Xfinity because you only live once. Learn more at Xfinity.com.
Here is that battle for Joey Logano to stay on the lead lap, but he's got the race leader, Tyler Reddick, breathing down his back bumper.
Nose to tail on the entry of the corner. Reddick has not gotten around Logano. That's allowed Christopher Bell to really close up the gap. Christopher Bell may take the lead away from Reddick as they approach turn 3.
What was 5 or 6 car lengths just a lap ago, down to about 3 now between Reddick and Bell, battling for the lead just behind Joey Logano.
It has been a day of Toyota domination. One Toyota after another has led here today at Phoenix. Reddick's got it. Bell wants it.
Reddick is trying to maintain the lead. If he can only get around Logano, that would help a lot. He goes way high. Bell goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Bell almost has lead. Reddick on the outside takes it back.
Strong using that outside momentum as Tyler Reddick maintains the race lead on Christopher Bell. And now at the same time, Joey Logano looking to put a little padding between himself and the race leaders to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, he said, boys, you go ahead and fight for the race lead. That's enabling Logano to get away by a couple of car lengths, and he's got the other car of Dillon between them.
2 cars in front of our leader, Tyler Reddick, so he puts all 4 tires inside the yellow line of the apron, trying to do anything he can to stay in front of Christopher Bell.
Here comes Reddick now, a good look to the inside of Joey Logano to put him 1 lap down, and Christopher Bell will use that inside lane as well. Reddick gets away in the front.
Right now, Tyler Reddick has got about a 3-car length advantage over Christopher Bell, but he's also got Joey Logano separating the 2.
Well, finally, Reddick gets around Logano. As you said, Jeff, Logano is between the top 2. Now he'll go high. Christopher Bell will stay low. He's got a clean shot at Reddick as they exit off turn 2.
Bell had a look to the inside of Logano, could not make the pass. That allows Tyler Reddick to break away even further at the point, although still relatively tight of about 2 car lengths.
Off turn 4, 8 laps to go in stage number 2 for the battle for the race lead. It's Reddick with it, and now Christopher Bell tries to get by Joey Logano.
I tell you what, Logano is putting on a fight. He really wants to get that flat back. I don't think he's going to get it. He works the outside of turn 2. Again, Christopher Bell dealing with Joey Logano side by side.
And as they race hard for that spot on the racetrack, it's allowed the race leader Tyler Reddick to pull away by about 2.5 car lengths.
Well, Joey Logano fighting as hard as he can. There are only 7 laps in the stage. We'll see the caution flag fly when that happens. If Joey can maintain that spot, Kyle Rickey, Joey would get the free pass, but there are other drivers trying to stay in the lead lap in front of the leader, Tyler Reddick.
Including Ryan Preece, who's just a couple of car lengths in front of Tyler Reddick, making about 4 or 5 to Reddick. In front of or behind Preece, and then another 3 back to second place running Christopher Bell.
Ryan Preece trying to stay on the tail end. He doesn't want to use the benefit of the free pass. Here come the leaders. Back to Dan Hubbard.
All right, top 2 coming in turn 1. The gap is about 3 car lengths between Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell. Now Reddick will do everything he possibly can to dirty the air in front of Christopher Bell. They lead turn 2, 1 and 2.
Bell has a little bit of higher line to the exit of that second corner, builds the speed up the back straightaway, and closes right in on race leader Tyler Reddick by the time they get to 3.
With 5 laps remaining in the stage, again, valuable stage points on the line. Top 2, nose to tail.
Again, in front of the top 2 is Ryan Preece. He's trying to stay on the lead lap. Here goes the apron trying to do so. Bell dive bombs to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Can he clear Reddick? He does. He has the lead momentarily.
There's Reddick with the crossover move up the back straightaway off of turn 2. Now we'll look back to the inside of Bell, who will throw the block and maintain the lead for now.
As they come up off turn number 4, 4 laps to go in the stage. Ryan Preece right in front of the battle for the race lead, trying to stay on the lead lap.
A bold move by Christopher Bell from the apron of turns 1 and 2 got him the lead. Now can he keep it? This time he works into the group. Now he's trying to dirty up the air for Tyler Reddick.
Christopher Bell will maintain the top spot, this time up the backstretch, about 2 car lengths, and in the same time, trying to put a lap on that Ryan Preece car.
3 to go in the stage. It's Bell, Reddick, Hamlin, Byron, Truex. That is your top 5. Christopher Bell leading the field back to 1.
He would dearly love to get around Ryan Preece and put Preece between himself and Tyler Reddick. Preece, of course, as you might expect, he's putting up a fight, and he's still on the right elbow of Christopher Bell.
Preece not letting him get away, but in fact will fall off the lead lap as they race up the back straightaway. Christopher Bell able to make that pass. Then it's Preece and then Tyler Reddick.
Off turn number 4, 2 laps to go in the stage. For the moment, Joey Logano is going to be pinned 1 lap down. Preece is the beneficiary of the free pass should they stay this way.
This is exactly what Christopher Bell wanted. 1 lap machine between himself and Reddick. And he's starting to stretch the lead out a little bit with the gap to about 4.5 car lengths.
Michael McDowell, the next car to go a lap down. The next car in front of race leader Christopher Bell. But about 5 or 6 car lengths between those two. No real challenge right now at the front.
1 to go in the stage. Christopher Bell looking to pick up his first stage win of 2024. He's got a comfortable advantage at the moment.
Tyler Reddick in second spot made a stab at Ryan Preece through the dog leg. Preece said nothing doing, and now Bell just pulls away. Now it's up to 10 car lengths for Christopher Bell.
Bell all by himself right now, up the back straightaway. No pressure from behind. Leads into turn number 3.
Here he comes. Heavy traffic right in front of him, but he will not mess with that. He'll roll out of the throttle, see the green and white checkered flag, and Christopher Bell will win stage number 2 of the Shriners Children's 500. Top 10 will get points. Christopher Bell wins the stage. Tyler Reddick will be second, and Denny Hamlin will come across the line third. William Byron will be fourth. Finishing the stage in position number 5 will be Martin Truex Jr. Ryan Blaney will get credited with the 6th place finish of the stage. Chase Elliott 7th. Noah Gragson 8th. Brad Keselowski 9th. And Chris Buescher 10th.
That is the top 10 presented by Powerball. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, wants to make you a millionaire in Victory Lane. Head to Powerball.com to find out how you can enter the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
At Shriners Children's, care is central to everything we do. And for more than 100 years, we've watched in awe as our commitment to transformative patient outcomes continues to bring positive change to kids everywhere. From orthopedic conditions to burns, craniofacial conditions to spinal cord injuries, and more. We are proud to deliver the most amazing care anywhere, regardless of insurance or a family's ability to pay. To learn more, visit shrinerschildrens.org today.
We're at the start-finish line.
William Byron on pole position. Green flag is out and we're racing.
We're in the turn.
Here to the inside comes Kyle Larson. He and Hamlin both.
We're on pit road.
4 tires in the racing field. The pace up from pit road is Denny Hamlin. Eric Jones comes up second.
We are live from the track. The Motor Racing Network, your home for NASCAR racing. Don't miss a lap, pit stop, or side-by-side race for the win. Listen to all the play-by-play action on your local radio station at MRN or NASCAR.com.
Christopher Bell with the stage 2 win. Pit stops will be coming up shortly. Right now we're working under the caution flag. Lap 187, 125 remain. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
You crave power. You bleed speed. You live for the roar of the crowd and the taste of victory. But your ride is holding you back. Ignite your engine's soul with E3 spark plugs. The same spark that fuels NASCAR champions unleashes explosive power in your ride. Don't just dream of speed. Make it your reality. Find E3 at your nearest auto parts store. E3 spark plugs. E3, what are you running?
Are you ready for sights, sounds, and speed that'll shake you to your core? Did NASCAR stars like Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, and Ross Chastain attack the asphalt? Are you ready to make memories that'll last a lifetime? Yeah? You ready? Then we got one more question. What are you waiting for? To experience the thrill of a NASCAR race in person, visit NASCAR.com/tickets.
Welcome back to Phoenix Raceway. Blue sky, sunshine, 80 degrees, sold out house here. Seeing a very interesting, very competitive race. Here's why. When you take a look at the lap leaders now, you've got Tyler Reddick, who has led 55. Denny Hamlin has led 55. Ty Gibbs has led 57. And there's this kid by the name of Christopher Bell that's led only 8. But I have a feeling that number is going to grow.
Yeah, I think so. He's got the car to do it as he ran down the top drivers and passed them, and it now is going to be step by step. The next step is don't speed on pit road. The next step after that, have a clean pit stop and maintain your track position. You got to put entire race together every single week, but especially here at Phoenix Raceway, where we know track position is so key.
If you break it down and simplify it and say, let's break this race down into thirds, Ty Gibbs led the first third. Denny Hamlin led the second third. Tyler Reddick led the last third, and now we're going to see whether or not Christopher Bell can actually close it out. Don't know. Long way to go. 123 laps remain. Pit road is open. It's Bell, Reddick, Hamlin, Byron, and Truex. That's your top 5. The rest of the top 10 before they hit pit road, Blaney, Elliott, Noah Gragson, Brad Keselowski and his teammate Chris Buescher, both RFK Ford Mustangs running into top 10. Pit road is open. Kim Kuhn, here they come.
And Christopher Bell fired up just a little bit tight, but then he said very good on the long run. He did pick up a little bit of a brake shake. Crew chief Adam Stevens said he will make no changes this time. Leave it how it is. Ford fresh tires, Sunoco fuel. Alex Bowman also in. Chris Buescher, Ryan Blaney finishing up service. They're on the left side. Ryan said absolutely no front turn. Can't do anything. And equally frustrated MTJ. His rear needs more help. Steve Post.
It's been a quiet, good run for Brad Keselowski. Said right now he needs the car to turn a little bit better in the center. They're going to make a minor adjustment, send him on his way. It was 4 tires Sunoco Racing Fuel for Tyler Reddick. Here is William Byron on pit road. He is in the second pit box, but that first pit box is going to do it again for Denny Hamlin. Hamlin wins the race off from pit road. Tyler Reddick goes out second. William Byron goes out third. Chase Elliott goes out in the 4th spot. So again, this very first pit stop for pit box for Denny Hamlin wins the battle off from pit road. The difference between Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin and both Tyler Reddick is Christopher's able to ride a loose car off from the corners better than both Denny and Tyler Reddick. They're kind of scratching their heads wondering how Christopher's doing that down here. I think they've got good race cars, both Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin, but man, just not quite as good as the Toyota teammate Christopher Bell. Those pit stops, lap 190, the end of stage number 2.
And those pit stops are brought to you by eBay Motors. Bring home the cup with eBay Guaranteed Fit. Brakes, headlights, all the parts to fit your vehicle the first time, every time. eBay Motors. ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Bundling and saving with Geico is an easy choice, so you're free to ponder life's big questions, like, what's the best animal in the world if not humans? I'd strongly consider ducks to be somewhere up there on the list. Think about it. Ducks can swim, ducks can fly, and ducks can walk on land. They have access to all terrains. They are the ultimate animal. And they wiggle their butts when they walk, which is funny. Yeah, ducks are awesome. End of story. Bundling and saving with Geico. It's an easy choice.
We are under the green flag.
Listen up, NASCAR fans. Now's the time to turn your love of racing into big-time prizes. Because NASCAR Fantasy Live is your fast lane to bragging rights.
Serious racing here.
Pick 5 drivers each week of the season. Then complete additional challenges to stack points. All for your shot at the grand prize.
So let's get this party started.
For official rules and to learn more, visit NASCAR.com/fantasy and sign up today.
By the way, guys, again, if you haven't already, please make sure and subscribe. That way you don't miss out on these streams if you are new here. And besides that, go ahead and like up the stream. We're getting close to 100 likes, I think. I honestly don't know, but yeah. But thank you, guys. Please keep up the support. Thank you.
The top sim racers from around the world. Leahy made a last lap pass for his first win since 2022. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for round 3 at Atlanta Motor Speedway on eNASCAR.com. Brought to you by Coca-Cola, iRacing, and NASCAR.
Give us a follow. The Motor Racing Network is on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. We've got links to all our podcasts, MRN Radio race broadcasts, and NASCAR news and information. Video podcasts on MRN's YouTube and Facebook. On X, use the hashtag AskMRN to connect with us and our award-winning race announcer. Give us a like, post a comment, share a podcast. Just search for MRN Radio. The Motor Racing Network on all your favorite social media outlets.
Back at Phoenix Raceway as we get the one-to-go signal this time by. They'll choose which lane to restart in. Denny Hamlin, the race leader. We heard Steve Post call the pit stop race, and that first pit box again pays dividends. It is, by average, on the NASCAR Cup Series, the best pit box in all of NASCAR Cup Series racing, with an average finish coming out of pit box 1 here at Phoenix of 5.9. As a matter of fact, 3 of the last 7 race winners here at Phoenix have come from pit box number 1, and they finished in the top 7 in the last 17 consecutive races.
Won a championship or 2 out of pit box number 1, haven't they, over the last few years, Alex? Getting ready for a Geico restart presented by Geico. Is your insurance playbook confusing? Make it easy. Switch to Geico and get all of your insurance coverage from one place. Go to geico.com today to get started.
Handful of drivers took the wave around, did not pit. One of those was Todd Gilliland. An interesting strategy call. Once we get going with Green Flag Racing, our own Todd Gordon, crew chief up here, he'll explain why that may very well be an outstanding call as they make their way to the Geico restart zone.
Hocevar and Stenhouse, the other 2 that took the wave around. Green flag coming out, lap 194. On the inside, Denny Hamlin. Outside, Tyler Reddick. And on the move, William Byron.
Denny Hamlin with a clear lead into turn 1. It is William Byron and Tyler Reddick. They are side by side for that second spot. Right behind them is Ryan Blaney. They're all in hot pursuit with Denny Hamlin.
And Ryan Blaney has his hands full with Chase Elliott, who gets another good run in that outside lane. 3 wide behind them, including former race leader Christopher Bell, between Martin Truex Jr. and Brad Keselowski.
Keselowski muscles his way downstairs. A little bully ball coming out of Brad Keselowski there. Now he'll dive to the bottom and put the block on Ross Chastain.
Chastain has to back out of the throttle just a little bit to advantage Brad Keselowski. Meanwhile, closer to the front, side by side for fourth. Ryan Blaney in a hard charge and Chase Elliott.
And he hangs on to that spot for now. Chase Elliott to his outside. They go side by side up the back straightaway.
Down the back straightaway, one car spinning. It is Kyle Busch. And a bad day has just gotten worse for Kyle Busch. He slides off of turn 2. Didn't look like he made contact with anything, but he comes to a rest right in the middle of the backstretch.
Caution flag number 5, and it comes out on lap 196. Dan was exactly right. A bad weekend has just gotten worse. Man, they will probably be happy to load that car onto the transporter and head out of here. It has been miserable for Kyle Busch. Let's talk a little bit about Todd Gilliland and the strategy that played out. You mentioned it, Todd. You nailed it.
Yeah, this is one of those things. They went long in stage 2, they only had 20-some laps. There were 3 or 4 cars here. I don't have all of them, but that all took the wave around here. When you're a lap down and you're buried deep in the 1 lap down cars, your opportunity to get a lap back is not going to be the lucky dog. It's going to be taking a little risk. Ryan Burgundy made a call here, kept him out. He got back to the wave around, got back in the lead lap. Now they'll come to pit road. They'll be lead lap with stickers versus guys having a couple lap scuffs. A good strategy call by Ryan Burgundy.
Carson Hocevar, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. were the other 2, along with Todd Gilliland, to take that wave around and got the caution flag that they were hoping to get.
Yeah, and it's going to pay off that big time. By the way, it was an accordion effect situation off turn number 2. It appeared as though Zane Smith got into the back of Kyle Busch, but everybody was checking up as they made their way off turn number 2. It did spin Kyle. It did put us under the caution, and it leaves Denny Hamlin as your race leader.
I'm what you might call very good at hide and seek. And since we got Xfinity, we have Wi-Fi all over the house. even in my super secret hiding spots. So I can kill time in here by streaming my favorite.
Ha! Found ya.
How?
You left to find my tablet on.
Get wall-to-wall Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
Jeff Gordon wins the Daytona 500.
Jeff Gordon's rise to one of NASCAR's all-time greatest drivers was one like no other. Relive Jeff Gordon's journey to the NASCAR Hall of Fame with the exclusive MRN podcast, Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career. 93 Cup Series wins, 4 Cup Series championships, and 3 Daytona 500 wins. A career rivaled by few others. Check out MRN's Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
One driver's misfortune can be an other team's celebration. And when we say that, we're talking about Stenhouse and Gilliland and Hocevar that stayed out, took the wave around, they hoped for, and got the caution flag. But it comes at the expense of Kyle Busch getting turned off of turn number 2, and that put us under the caution flag. Pit road is open. We can see the green light from here. It's an interesting pit road. You enter it off of turn number 2. And right now, all of the front-running cars are bypassing it. Now we're seeing some cars come to pit road. It would appear as though Daniel Suarez, Kyle Larson is coming onto pit road, along with Ryan Preece. Here comes, as expected, Hocevar, Stenhouse, and Todd Gilliland, Kim, in, and this is what they needed.
That's right, a fortunate yellow for Todd Gilliland in this playbook. They're going to take a chassis adjustment. The crew already to the left side, 4 fresh Goodyear tires on that Ford Sunoco fuel. A little bit of a hole there, Steve Post.
Now we've got Kyle Larson in, going to be 4 tires Sunoco Racing Fuel. They just fought the handle on this race car all day long. At one point, it looked pretty good. They were going forward, but then they kind of stalled out. One or 2 pit boxes behind him. There's Daniel Suarez headed back out on the speedway. So we'll see if they can make some more adjustments and make Kyle Larson's car a little bit better here with this lap 199 pit stop.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Postman. Next lap, 200 down, 112 remain. It's Denny Hamlin that will take the field back to the green flag here shortly from Phoenix Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Looking for a weekly motorsports podcast to stay up to date on what's happening on and off the track? The Motor Racing Network is the place. Hear from NASCAR crew chiefs on MRN Crew Call. All the happenings from regional touring series and local tracks on NASCAR Coast to Coast. Sprint Car Talk on Winged Nation. NASCAR history on MRN Classic Races. And hear from the drivers on NASCAR Live. MRN podcasts available on MRN.com, YouTube, or your favorite podcast platform.
The year was 1993. The NASCAR Cup Series season kicked off with the Dale and Dale show at the Daytona 500.
Dale Jarrett's got the lead. He goes to the inside. Earnhardt's not going to get him. Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 by STP. Earnhardt second.
The 1993 NASCAR Cup Series season. All the highs and lows. Relive them all on MRN's exclusive podcast, The 1993 Season. Available on podcast platforms and MRN.com.
.200 down. Welcome back to Phoenix. Again, a big salute to the crowd here at Phoenix, selling this place out. We'll be here in November, and at that point, when we're all said and done, Alex Hayden, we will know who the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series champion will be.
Doesn't seem like all that far away. Then you start thinking about it, and boy, that is a long way away come November. So if you haven't already, go ahead and make your plans. Join us here at Phoenix Raceway for Championship Weekend. It is always an outstanding event. Get your tickets quickly because it does sell out in a hurry.
Yeah. How special is this place to you, Todd, over the years?
Yeah, it's been a cool place to come to. You know, it's just a different environment, a cool little racetrack, and one that you want to win it. It's a struggle because of the two ends being disconnected. Interesting to see. This is going to be one to watch here. We're going to go green with 110 laps left. I felt like teetering on 100 was a fuel window. Be interested to see how this all plays out.
Just got the one to go signal, Steve Post. Kyle Larson was on pit road.
Yeah, Kyle Larson, we talked earlier about a problem on the left rear. This time it was a problem on the right rear. He gassed it up and went for that short run and just did not feel 100% right. So they decided to bring him down and make sure that they put on 4 tires, make sure that everything was properly affixed to that race car. So little woes here with some rear tires for Kyle Larson on these pit stops.
He is going to restart back in 18th. Front row looks like this. Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick. Row 2 is William Byron, and Ryan Blaney is up there as we get ready to go back into the green flag, lap 202.
Here they come into the Geico restart zone, and the green goes back in the air. Denny Hamlin will try to get away from Tyler Reddick. Can't quite accomplish that feat as Reddick rallies back.
This time, Reddick was up to snuff. He got to the outside of Denny Hamlin, and they'll come into turns 1 and 2 side by side. As a matter of fact, Reddick will clear Hamlin. So Reddick will leave the field off turn 2.
Pull away by 2 car lengths from Denny Hamlin. They are 2 and 3 wide deeper in the field. Martin Truex Jr. trying to take the 4th spot away from William Byron. That battle just behind Ryan Blaney.
Boy, further back, Christopher Bell just jammed it to the inside of Chase Elliott. That shoved Ross Chastain and up and into the fence.
Brad Keselowski now making it 3 wide with that battle with Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell. They stay 3 wide through turns 1 and 2, and up ahead is William Byron. Martin Truex Jr. and Noah Gragson.
There comes Ryan Blaney challenging for the 2nd spot. Had a good look to the inside of Denny Hamlin, who maintains that position for now over Blaney, Byron, and Truex.
We'll keep our eye on Ross Chastain, who bounced off the safer barrier. He's going to try to continue on. He does have some scrapes down the side of that orange and black Kubota Chevrolet as we pick up the field.
The scramble for 7th is a great one. It is Brad Keselowski low, Chase Elliott high, and right in the middle is Christopher Bell. We have trouble. 1 car spins, collects another machine. It is the car of Joey Logano. He just lost it on that lower line. Don't know if he had help. Slammed the wall and collected Josh Berry, Corey LaJoie, and it looks like Derek Kraus also caught a piece of this action.
I believe Zane Smith involved also, but you're right. Derek Kraus, Joey Logano, LaJoie, caution flag out. Well, that was big. It's been a long day for Joey Logano as well. Dan Hubbard, a moment ago, it was Kyle Busch, who's had a long day, and now it's Joey Logano.
I gotta believe that Joey had some help on that particular one. I did not see the contact, but he went so fast up the banking backwards. That just doesn't happen if you just lost it. He could have applied some kind of brake. So I think he was at full speed. The car got twisted, hit the wall with the rear end, collected another machine, and Joey is okay. They're already hooking up a tow truck, the Joey Logano car.
Yeah, tough break as we get an opportunity via NASCAR TV to see exactly what happened. And I'm not totally convinced that he did not get a little help, perhaps from John Hunter Nemechek. That was right on the back bumper as they all rolled out of the throttle going into turn number 1.
Unless it was an apron transition there, but you're right. John Hunter was very close. That one is, that's hard to tell from the angle that we just witnessed, but we know that Joey took the helmet off. He's done. Kim Kuhn, I want to go back to you because you interviewed Joey Logano in our NASCAR Live pre-race show, and you asked him, how do you dig out of a hole? And he said, you know what? Keep your head down. You got a fast race car. You just keep digging. But that hole just got a whole lot bigger.
Absolutely, and for Joey Logano, it's been an uphill battle all day. That car has not been to his liking. Paul Wolfe and the crew had tried to make adjustments all day long, but could not get the balance to where he wanted. The pace kind of seemed a little off, too, so they're going to go back to the shop, this Team Penske 22 team, and kind of think about what they need to do when they come back to Phoenix next time around.
Yeah, did not have the kind of weekend that they were hoping for as we work caution flag number 5 of the afternoon.
The NASCAR Powerball playoff is back and ready to make a new millionaire in Victory Lane. Last year, it happened to Stephanie. This year, it could be you winning $1 million at NASCAR Championship Weekend. Head to Powerball.com for the list of participating lotteries and join the race for $1 million. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR and home to the NASCAR Powerball playoff.
Welcome to Martin's Martinsville. Martinsville isn't your average everyday racetrack. It's truly one of a kind. The speed, the shape, the history, the hospitality, heck, even the hot dogs. A one-of-a-kind weekend at the short track of NASCAR with trucks on Friday, Xfinity on Saturday, and Cup Series on Sunday. It's one event too amazing to miss. NASCAR weekend at Martinsville Speedway, April 5th through the 7th. Get your tickets now at martinsvillespeedway.com.
With 104 laps to go in today's race, Tyler Reddick is being scored the race leader. Denny Hamlin is second, Ryan Blaney third, William Byron fourth, and Martin Truex Jr. is in the number 5 spot. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Back at Phoenix Raceway, pit lane is open. The first car to come to pit road was back in 13th, and that was Ross Chastain, and that's certainly understandable after he got squeezed into the safer barrier a few laps ago before the caution flag came out. So they're certainly going to take an opportunity here. Steve Post, take a good look at that race car, along with Chase Briscoe makes his way down the pit lane in front of you.
Yes, indeed. A couple of the cars. The alternative idea here is, and we might be seeing that with Harrison Burton, is just going to try to run 104 laps or 103 laps on fuel. But to Ross Chastain, back to what you threw down here on, Ross got it into the fence here off from turn 4. I looked up and that car was 45 degrees sideways right in the middle of the pack, and he was able to wrestle the car back under control. He gets the pit service here. Chris Buescher is in. You mentioned Chase Briscoe, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Carson Hocevar. Bunch of drivers coming in. Michael McDowell coming in as well. Interesting call there. We might keep an eye on Michael McDowell and see if they don't try to stretch it to the end here with 103 laps left.
Well, can they do that, Todd Gordon? Is that enough fuel in the tank to take them all the way to the end? I guess you got to try it.
I don't know what the numbers are anymore, but the little bit I heard was tickling on 100 on a fuel window, so you got to take the opportunity. I think when you got an opportunity like this, you don't know. Every time you anticipate that, the longer you go in the fuel run, the less fuel you use because you got more time off throttle. So the anticipation of making whatever the mileage it is to make it out to 98, 99, 100 laps, well, maybe you actually can make 102 or 103. And these caution laps here don't count against you like they do on a green flag lap, so might be able to make it.
But we'll find out if there's going to be more caution flags. That's the thing that nobody knows right now. So do you stay out there? Does this go green to the checkered flag and the advertised distance and forces green flag pit stops? A lot of questions to be answered.
Well, and I think the other thing you've got to look at is the fact that you've got to determine whether you have a car that can get up there and run with Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney. The cars that we just saw pitted, based on what we've seen, do not. So you might as well roll the dice and gamble. Certainly one of the cars capable of going to victory lane. He's led a lot here today. Denny Hamlin. Let's get an update on Denny with Steve Post.
Yeah, and Denny Hamlin over the course of this weekend has talked about how bad they've been here at Phoenix and had an opportunity this morning to spend some really good time with Chris Gabehart, his crew chief. And Chris is one of those guys that just really breaks things down in a manner that an average person like I can understand. And Chris said, we were so bad here at Phoenix over the course of the last couple of years with this car. If we run top 7 or 8, and finish top 5 today, I will leave here happy and excited about coming back here and hopefully running for a championship. Well, they have exceeded that. They've been top 3 all day and are racing for the win. So I have got to figure that Chris Gabehart is probably going to do, if this continues on to the end, whether they get the win or they stay up here in the top 3 or even top 5, probably going to be doing backflips down pit road with how happy they've been with Denny Hamlin in this car and the progress they've made on the overall setup here at this racetrack, Phoenix, that they've considered their worst racetrack on the tour.
As the second place driver, Denny Hamlin will choose the inside lane to restart in, as the race leader, Tyler Reddick, opted topside. So Hamlin will be to the inside of Tyler Reddick for the restart.
Before we go into the green flag, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. Welcome back to Phoenix Raceway. We are running and we have 100 laps remaining in the Shriners Children's 500 at Phoenix Raceway. Jeff Striegel, Alex Hayden, Todd Gordon topside, Kyle Rickey, Dan Hubbard in the turns. Steve Post and Kim Kuhn are on pit road. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, they are up front as we get ready to go back under the green. And when we do, we will have completed 212 laps with 100 laps remaining.
As they come up off of turn number 4, green flag goes in the air, and here we go again. Fanning out 2, 3, and why not 4 wide?
But your leaders stay 2 wide. That's Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin. They are absolutely wheel to wheel for that top spot. 3 wide behind them. Martin Truex Jr. with a great run around the outside.
With Ryan Blaney and William Byron to his inside, it'll be Truex taking that 3rd spot away as the race leaders are side by side. Here's Reddick to the outside of Denny Hamlin.
Side by side, they come racing off of turn number 3. Truex is going to get squeezed. We'll pick this battle up in a moment. Let's hear first from Joey Logano.
Yeah, challenging day for Joey Logano that ends at the Care Center. What happened?
Guy ran in from behind. We were running horrible anyways, but just went into one, and I don't know who it was. I think it was John Hunter behind me. It just ran straight in the back of me and sent me spinning, so it is what it is.
That's a very frustrated Joey Logano. Not much else to say about that incident.
No, he did indeed get contact from behind. It was John Hunter Nemechek. We got a great battle for the race lead in turn 1.
Fast and furious up to the front. Denny Hamlin gets loose. He makes contact with Tyler Reddick. He's trying to counter steer, can't do it, and he slides in front of a hard-charging field. Somehow, some way, everybody avoids Denny Hamlin. He lost the handle right in the center of the corner, bounced off Tyler Reddick, slid all the way almost to pit entrance, and somehow the entire field missed Denny Hamlin.
How does that happen? He was running at the front of the field, lost the back end, slid sideways for a number of yards as everybody, Todd Gordon, went high and low and nobody got into Denny.
That was impressive that everybody missed him, especially how narrow turn 2 gets to. Now comes the question. I feel like this puts everybody within the fuel window, how they'll react to this caution when pit road opens.
So this could very well be the big stop and potentially the last one, although seems like the intensity level has picked up quite a bit all of a sudden. I'm not so sure that our flag person has put the caution flag away for the rest of the day.
I would agree with you, Alex Hayden. Again, a remarkable piece of driving by a number of drivers. Denny went up the racetrack. He would have laid into Tyler Reddick, but he stayed off him. A great move by Denny. Problem was is he just couldn't control the race car after that, spun it, and then everybody taking evasive action, most to the outside, some to the inside, and nobody gets in to Denny Hamlin under caution. 6-time Reddick. How about Martin Truex Jr. now finding himself all the way up to position number 2?
Yeah, and he's not the only one that's now beginning to find their way to the top of the leaderboard. Brad Keselowski's up to 4th. Bubba Wallace is now up to the number 5 spot, so we do have some different names now appearing in the top 5 as we get in the last 100 laps of the race.
And how about Noah Gragson? He has been inside the top 10 the entire afternoon. He's 6th. Ty Gibbs back up to 7th. Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, and Christopher Bell top 10. Who comes to pit road? It's open. Everybody does, with the lone exception of a handful now, including Martin Truex Jr. He stays out. Others are in. Kim Kuhn.
Including Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney. Let's watch the work on Ryan Blaney's car. The crew's going to put right side tires on. They'll take a tear of another chassis adjustment. Still needs more front turn on that Ford Mustang. Left side tires on. Sunoco fuel. He is down. Completed service, as well as Alex Bowman. Cars headed your way. Steve Post.
Tyler Reddick is in. Going to be 4 tires. Sunoco Racing fuel. Not a lot of it needed right here, but they're going to make sure they chock it full. Here's William Byron in to the attention of his crew. He's in the very second pit box, going to watch as Denny Hamlin comes around him. They're able to do it. Of these cars, it looks like Ty Gibbs got out first, but Byron did get trapped just a little bit behind Denny Hamlin. Hamlin is in now. Never has said a word as far as what happened on there. Rich Plus on his car, and the Toyota, and Denny Hamlin down in the way. And Chris Gabehart told him, well, it's all right. We're in our fuel window now. We're just going to see if we can make up some ground to get to the end of the race. Pit stops here on lap 217.
That was split about halfway down the field. Half stayed out and half came to pit road. We'll tell you who stayed out when we come back.
Hear that? The relaxing sound of ambient music in a yoga class. And if you were here, you'd listen to 15 people taking a deep breath and sync. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get a quote today and see if you could save with Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And find inner peace with a different pose called Palms on Handlebars. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
We're at the start-finish line.
William Byron on pole position. Green flag is out and we're racing.
We're in the turn.
Here to the inside comes Kyle Larson. He and Hamlin both.
We're on pit road.
4 tires, Sunoco Racing fuel. The race up from pit road is Denny Hamlin. Eric Jones goes from
We are live from the track. The Motor Racing Network, your home for NASCAR racing. Don't miss a lap, pit stop, or side-by-side race for the win. Listen to all the play-by-play action on your local radio station at MRN or NASCAR.com.
From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Feel like you're in the driver's seat and never miss a second of the race action with Racing Electronics. Racing Electronics scanners allow you to listen in on uncensored audio from your favorite drivers, spotters, and crews the entire race. Hear team strategy with critical passes, dangerously close calls, and all the pit stop drama. To learn more, visit them at RacingElectronics.com. Be race ready. Be RE equipped.
She is the track to tuck potato.
The lady in black. She's got a thing for tradition, a hankering for history, and she sure likes a good challenge. Well, when Throwback Weekend comes to town, she'll get exactly what she wants and play extra hard to get.
These guys are going to have their hands.
Shall we dance? The official Throwback Weekend of NASCAR, May 10th through the 12th. Get your tickets now at DarlingtonRaceway.com.
Back at Phoenix Raceway, the one to go has just been given. Now, Martin Truex Jr. is the race leader on the oldest tires, and then Ryan Preece will restart second. Well, Preece is on the next oldest tires. And then the next wave of cars that stayed on the racetrack with Todd Gilliland back to third, Chris Buescher fourth, Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, Eric Jones, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. are the group that stayed on the racetrack.
The first one to pit and come off of pit road is Ty Gibbs. He's 10th. Then you get back to Bubba Wallace, Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez. A number of different strategies. We'll see how they play out. 92 to go. The green flag is back in the air here at Phoenix. On the inside, Ryan Preece. On the outside, Martin Truex Jr. And they fan out yet again.
And it looks like Martin Truex Jr. got the good jump. Ryan Preece will go back to second with Todd Gilliland in third. They fan out for that fourth spot. 3 wide with Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain, and Chase Briscoe.
Ross Chastain goes to the outside of the racetrack and will take that position away. Here comes Ty Gibbs, 3 wide, trying to make his way back to the front with Chase Briscoe and Eric Jones for 7.
With the shuffle up with the pit sequence out there, Big leader of the day, Tyler Reddick, is back in 15th. Denny Hamlin, he's back in 23rd as they race to 1.
They are racing in heavy traffic through the dogleg. Meanwhile, up at the front, it is Ross Chastain to the inside. Target, we got another wreck. Flying off the wall is Eric Jones. He bounces off the wall with the right side of the machine and continues racing.
Race leaders up the back straightaway into turn 3. Martin Truex Jr. 4 car lengths out in front of Ryan Preece.
Then you've got Todd Gilliland. Yes, Todd running third. Behind them, side by side, Ty Gibbs on the move. He drives down to the inside on Ross Chastain.
They are side by side. They get around Gilliland. Again, now the fight comes to that third position. Ty has it. Chastain wants it. But for the moment, Ty Gibbs is the man who slots into the third position.
3 wide behind them. Michael McDowell all the way to the inside of the racetrack, moving in and around Chris Buescher, and now will make the pass on Todd Gilliland for 5th.
Those are the 2 Front Row Motorsports entries now working hard for the number 5 spot. McDowell takes it. Now Gilliland's under attack from Chris Buescher.
Chris Buescher, an aggressive move down to the bottom of the dog leg. As he rejoins at turn 1, he works to the inside of Todd Gilliland. As Gilliland continues to move in the wrong direction, he's side by side for the 6th spot.
Gilliland fading just a bit now into the second half of the top 10. Watching the battle for 4th, Ross Chastain, Michael McDowell, and then Gilliland next to the line.
You got Chris Buescher right there looking on, and you've got Chase Briscoe behind that side by side. Brad Keselowski, he's on the move.
Brad Keselowski again using all that broad expanse to the inside of Daniel Suarez. Keselowski will get the advantage of Suarez. Drifting up wide right in the center of the corner is Chase Briscoe.
Here they come off of turn number 2. Briscoe to the outside lane. Keselowski down to the bottom. Suarez watching it all unfold. 1 car length back. This battle for position number 8.
Now the cars that just came to pit lane with the fresher tires are beginning to make some moves. Ty Gibbs is one of them. He's up to 3rd. The next one will be Brad Keselowski. He's up to 9th.
Here comes Brad Keselowski through the dogleg approaching turn 1. He's got the cars around him, but he makes a nice little move all the way around turns 1 and 2 and up the back straightaway.
Chase Briscoe strong in that outside lane off of turn number 2. Brad Keselowski a bit better on the bottom through 3 and 4, but for now it's Briscoe by 2 car lengths.
RFK, Alex Hayden, needed a good run here today at Phoenix. Both cars in the top 10. I gotta believe they are satisfied so far.
I would think so, even though we still have quite a bit of racing to go in 85 laps. But yeah, the way this has worked, the ebbs and flows of a NASCAR Cup Series race, you got to have some luck with some perfectly timed cautions. But the crew chiefs have also made some great decisions to stay on the racetrack, to come to pit road. When you do that, opposite of what the competition is doing. And right now it's working in their favor, Jeff, as they've worked their way inside the top 10.
And Kyle Rickey, right now those RFK Ford Mustangs are running nose to tail. They are doing so just outside of the top 5.
Running well just outside of the top 5, 6th and 7th, led by Keselowski right now as they make their way up the back straightaway, beginning to lose a little bit of ground though to the race leaders. It is Keselowski losing ground to his teammate Chris Buescher, who's in a battle of his own.
He is, as Buescher is going to the inside of Todd Gilliland to pick that spot up as the front now 5, 7 cars begin to spread out and ride single file, Jeff. With 84 laps to go, it's a perfect time to tell the fans where their favorite driver is running.
If your favorite driver is Martin Truex Jr., you are happy right now because he is out front by 15 car lengths over Ryan Preece. Ty Gibbs go 2-3. Ross Chastain fans are happy at the moment because Ross is up to 4th. That's as high as he's basically been all day. Michael McDowell having a great day at the moment. He's 5th. Then Chris Buescher. Todd Gilliland 7th. Brad Keselowski 8th. Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell round out the top 10.
Running in position 11 is Noah Gragson. Daniel Suarez is 12th. Tyler Reddick is up to 13th. Ryan Blaney is 14th and Kyle Larson 15th. Denny Hamlin has rebounded a handful of spots. He's now 16th. Carson Hocevar 17th and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 18th. Chase Elliott is 19th and Bubba Wallace back to 20th.
And Kyle Busch, he does not give up. He is running 22nd right behind Alex Bowman. William Byron back in 23rd. Eric Jones 24th. Then Josh Berry 25th. Justin Haley, Daniel Hemrick, John Hunter Nemechek, Harrison Burton, and Zane Smith complete the top 30.
With Kaz Grala 31st, Austin Dillon 32nd. He's the last car running in the 32nd spot. He's 6 laps down. The rest of the field out of the race. 33rd, Corey LaJoie. 34th, Joey Logano. 35th, Derek Kraus. And 36th, Austin Cindric.
But there is so much more to this story, and it includes pit stops and when they may come. Fuel, how much do you have? Tires, how long will they wear? We say that because Martin Truex Jr., who is the race leader, pitted on lap 190. Everybody else pitted after that. So the tank, drier for Truex. Tires, more worn.
Yeah, they are, with Truex on lap 190. Ryan Preece's last pit stop was lap 199. He's the second place car. Then you've got a wave of cars that were on pit road on lap 209, and then the majority of those other cars lap 217. But Steve Post, some of those cars that pit on lap 217 did not take all 4 fresh tires, did they?
No, they did not, including Ty Gibbs, who is the leader of these cars. It was 2 tires for Ty Gibbs. The radio traffic has been fascinating listening to them. Chris Gale, his crew chief, said, "This is all on you, Ty. If this race goes to the end, you should win the race. All you have to do is save the tires. Both cars in front of you are worse on fuel. At least they don't believe that Ryan Preece is as good as they are. So they are preaching patience, and they believe that if this race goes green to the end, as long as Ty Gibbs saves the tires and takes it easy on the race car, he will be able to win this race. So stay tuned. But no, to answer your question, it was 2 tires for a number of those teams, including Ty Gibbs, who is the first and fastest among them.
Well, he's not being very patient right now, Dan Hubbard, because Ty Gibbs is third. He's all over the back end of Ryan Preece, looking to take second away.
He almost took it away last lap, but did not get it. Was not successful. He'll try again. This time, Preece will ride the yellow line to the apron. There's a lap machine in front of him. That is Aaron Jones. And Ty Gibbs is going to have to be satisfied with the third spot.
Ryan Preece able to get away by a couple of car lengths in that second position, but Ty Gibbs quickly reeling him back in up the back straightaway to challenge.
He is, but he can't quite get there on the back bumper. Further back, they're side by side, racing hard for position. Brad Keselowski, Michael McDowell. That is for 6th and 7th on the racetrack. Now, we heard the Ty Gibbs strategy. Kim Kuhn, the race leader, is Martin Truex Jr. He was the one that's got the oldest tires of everybody on the racetrack. What is their strategy?
Well, and the fact that he'll have to come for fuel. He came down, like Steve Post said, lap 190. They get about 100 laps, give or take. This goes to 312 laps, so this team is hoping for a caution. Right now, the car, the best it's been all day long. Earlier in the day, Martin was complaining about the right rear. He just did not have enough stability, couldn't lean on it. No complaints right now in clean air. The only thing he did note, the deeper they go into a run, he does get a little bit of a brake shake, but this team will have to pit before the end of this race, so we'll see how it all plays out.
The best it's been all race long is the best race car on the track right now. Lap after lap after lap, the quickest car on the track is indeed Martin Truex Jr. Then you get back to the ongoing battle for second between Ryan Preece and Ty Gibbs. Ross Chastain right now 4th in front of the RFK Ford Mustangs of Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski. Michael McDowell right now has his hands full because Christopher Bell is there. Todd Gilliland runs 9th. And then you get back to a good battle between Chase Briscoe and Noah Gragson for 10.
With all these different strategies ongoing with 73 laps to go in the race, Todd Gordon, which strategy do you think is the best?
It's a great question, and one that it'll be decided by how the cautions fall in the rest of the race. If this goes green to the end, I think, I really think that Ross Chastain was in one of the best positions, although Ty Gibbs on his 2 tires has come forward. They've had so much speed that I think that covers it up. I think the one car coming at 209, getting 4 tires, they're in the best position of the best called race so far.
We're going to find out together. We're down to 71 to go. Next time by, Truex with a significant advantage off turn number 2. It is at least 30-plus car lengths over that battle for second between Preece and Gibbs, separated by 3 car lengths. Then it's a long way back to Ross Chastain, who is running fourth.
He is, but he's running consistently right there, keeping Chris Buescher, the 5th place car, behind him by some 4 or 5 car lengths. It looks like Ross Chastain, Dan, just simply biding his time and being patient.
Just running off carbon copy laps, if you will, right in the same line in turns 1 and 2. Buescher not able to make an impression at all on Ross Chastain.
Still a large gap for Ross Chastain to 3rd place running Ty Gibbs, about 15 or 20 car lengths. That's been the interval pretty much the last 10 or so laps.
I think there's another story too, Alex, don't you? And that is Denny Hamlin, who spun, if you remember, in second. He brought out the most recent caution flag. Denny Hamlin right now, no better than 16th.
And throw in the fact that the car he owns, Tyler Reddick. Both Hamlin and Reddick have led 68 laps apiece today. That is tied for the most laps led. Reddick is no better than 12th. He has not been able to come forward as of yet. As we look up off turn 4, the battle for second is now beginning to rage on. It was side by side. Ty Gibbs has caught Ryan Preece.
And I like what Ty Gibbs is doing. He'd love to get around Ryan Preece, but he's not willing to use up the car or the tires to do it. So he is practicing a little bit of patience here. Still in hot pursuit, right on the bumper now of Ryan Preece.
Ty Gibbs took an extremely outside lane last time off of turn number 2, a wider arc. This time right on the bottom, challenging Preece for second.
Ryan way up the racetrack, inside line opened up, not able to take advantage this time is Ty Gibbs. They continue to go nose to tail.
And again, if we were a little bit closer to the end of this race, I'm sure Ty Gibbs would have rolled the dice a couple of times and just been a lot more aggressive through these corners. Now he goes way to the high side through turns 1 and 2. Ty Gibbs, he's going to pick his moment to take away the second position.
Trying to build that speed onto the back straightaway for Gibbs. Does not make it work this time. Preece for now hangs on to the runner-up position.
Dan Hubbard, how much has Ty Gibbs matured as a race car driver right before our very eyes?
It has been exponential, quite frankly, from year to year to year. We all remember him in the Truck Series, in the Xfinity Series, as a very brash young man, willing to wreck himself, willing to wreck other cars, if that's what it meant to get to the finish line first. Now you watch him this year, after his Xfinity Series championship. He's exercising patience, even when he had the lead, and here we're going here at Phoenix. It's just a much different driver right now, at still a very, very young age, as now he goes side by side with Ryan Preece for the second position. Again, giving himself plenty of room. The nose is not out of shape. The tail's not stepping out on Ty Gibbs. He takes the second spot away from Ryan Preece.
As he makes his way down the back straightaway, this young man that we're talking about is looking for career win number 1. We expect the wins to pile up over this young man's career. Only 21 years old, Kyle Rickey, and just showing everybody week in, week out, lap after lap, the type of talent he has.
And like Dan mentioned a moment ago, showing so much maturity year to year. The pass that we just saw him make on Preece, he would have probably forced the issue a year or 2 ago. This year, completely different. 5, 6, 7 laps, set up the pass, finally made the pass a couple laps ago, and has been able to drive away. Probably one of the fastest cars on the racetrack is Ty Gibbs, and I expect we'll be talking a lot about him toward the front of these fields for years to come.
And the 3rd place car, Ryan Preece, who Gibbs just passed, that car has gotten awfully twitchy down here in turns 3 and 4. Have seen that car kind of move side to side in the middle part of the corner, so his handling beginning to go away on those older tires, but for the moment has good pace as he stays in position number 3.
Well, there is a car that is lurking with 63 laps to go. He is currently running in position number 6. His name is Christopher Bell. He has come 14 spots up the leaderboard since lap 219. Todd, this race is far from over, and Christopher Bell will be a factor.
Yes, he was in the end of stage 2, actually drove from a 6-second deficit to win the stage. He was the best car here in the test. He was really strong in practice. They're showing that pace again. Be interesting how this plays out.
Right now, Ty Gibbs behind Martin Truex Jr. by 4.2 seconds. Gibbs can definitely make it to the end on this tank of Sunoco fuel, but problem for Ty Gibbs, the handling goes away on his car on longer green flag runs. We've got a lot to go here with 62 laps left.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hi, I'm Kyle Penn. You may know that Victory Junction provides fun, adaptive, and life-changing experiences for kids with all levels of abilities, serious illnesses, and chronic medical conditions. But did you know that camp is free for the children and families we serve? Your support helps every camper build a foundation to live their best life. Make your gift today at victoryjunction.org/donate and feel your heart race.
Continuing to watch the battles inside the top five. Ryan Preece backsliding again. Ross Chastain will go by. Now Christopher Bell is on the move. He too will go by the car of Ryan Preece, who's fallen from third back to the fifth spot. Down to 59 laps to go from Phoenix Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
NASCAR history. What I learned from Ken Squire, Barney Hall, and Ned Jarrett, I could never repay. Ken never told me what to say or what not to say. I learned very quickly that I was never going to be another Ken Squire. I don't think anybody could rise to that level.
Motor Racing Network's NASCAR Live presents podcasts 50 years of MRN. Jeff Gordon, A Colorful Career, the 1993 season, Junior's Journey, and more. Search for NASCAR Live on your favorite podcast platform.
iRacing, NASCAR, and Coca-Cola congratulate 23XI Racing and Keegan Leahy on his win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the 15th season of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. NASCAR's officially sanctioned esports series featuring the top sim racers from around the world. Leahy made a last lap pass for his first win since 2022. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for round 3 at Atlanta Motor Speedway on eNASCAR.com. Brought to you by Coca-Cola, iRacing, and NASCAR.
With 56 laps to go in the Shriners Children's 500, about 15 or so minutes ago on the clock, I asked Todd Gordon, which strategy did you think was the best one? I'm going to give you a chance now with 56 laps to go to answer that question again.
So the strategy that I would say is the best one is have your car be the fastest car here. And that's what we saw out of this 20 car. And he's driving forward. Really like their call, Adam Stevens' call at 217. They put 4 tires in this 20 car, unlike their teammate who took 2 and got out there ahead of him.
And of course, the 20 car is indeed Christopher Bell. It has been a Toyota stranglehold today. Just make no mistake about that. We have had other cars in the lead for sure. But when you look at the leaderboard, Reddick 68, Hamlin 68, Gibbs 57, Truex 41, and you look at it right now at Truex out front, Gibbs second, Bell third. The Toyotas have been just absolutely dominant. Let's give you a quick look at the top 10.
And it's Martin Truex Jr. by 4.8 seconds over Ty Gibbs. However, Christopher Bell is lurking in third. Then it's Ross Chastain fourth. Chris Buescher is fifth. Ryan Preece is sixth. Brad Keselowski seventh. Michael McDowell eighth. Chase Briscoe ninth. And Todd Gilliland is 10th.
53 laps to go. Let's revisit the keys to going to victory lane, presented by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. The keys to winning, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Key number 1 was given to us by the winner back in November, Ross Chastain. He said you have to be able to manage your tires, and you also have to be able to get your car to turn right in the middle of the corner, kind of like what Christopher Bell's got going on right now, trying to take the second spot away. Key number 2 came from Truck Series winner who won a championship here, Zane Smith, who's in today's race. He said you got to keep up with the ever-changing racetrack. And key number 3 came from Daniel Hemrick, won his Xfinity Series championship here in Phoenix. The car needs to be able to turn right in the middle of the corner so you can accelerate over the competition.
Key number 4 might be to somehow find some extra Sunoco fuel if your name is Martin Truex Jr., because more than likely I think everybody agrees he does not have enough fuel to go the distance. Christopher Bell has just taken over Dan Hubbard, position number 2.
It was a nice nifty move on the last lap to the inside of turn 2. Christopher Bell to the inside of Ty Gibbs. No contact made at all. I love what Christopher Bell is doing right now. He is not forcing the issue. These are very, very well-controlled laps, and yet the race is coming to Christopher Bell. When you don't have to push your car and you're still passing people, that's a good day, and that's what Christopher Bell is experiencing right now.
Now, Todd, Christopher Bell is in position number 2. He's being told the race leader Martin Truex Jr. cannot go the distance on this tank of Sunoco fuel. But as a team, can you really be sure that Truex can't go the distance?
That's a great question. I don't see how the numbers would work from lap 190. That's just too far. And I don't think that James Small was counting on Martin to be able to run to the end there. I think he's looking for a caution somewhere in the rest of this race. And from this point right now, if we had a caution, everybody would come to pit road. So they're in a good position if we get a caution in, say, the next 30 laps.
All right, with 50 to go, Truex had a 5.1 second advantage over Christopher Bell, his teammate. It's already beginning to drop. Kyle Rickey has been watching it all here this afternoon. Outside of turn number 3, Christopher Bell second, Gibbs, Chastain, Busher, and Keselowski. There have been some great stories that we've watched unfold here this afternoon.
Well, it was the length of the back straightaway a couple of laps ago between race leader Martin Truex Jr. and second place running Christopher Bell. Beginning to close that gap, but still a ways to go. You mentioned some of those great stories. Christopher Bell being one of them. RFK Racing being a couple of more with Chris Busher, Brad Keselowski running strong in the top 10. They're looking good right now on the racetrack in the middle of this long green flag run in the top 10.
Well, Martin Truex Jr., Kim Kuhn, I think it's inevitable. He's going to have to come to pit road. Certainly, they would like to see a caution flag to make that pit stop, but what's going on in the pit box right now?
Yeah, they were hoping for a caution. They are going to have to stop. They do not have enough fuel to make it this last run if it stays green. They need a caution so bad they were kind of joking on the radio about debris needing a caution. NASCAR needs to throw a caution, so they're keeping it a little bit lighthearted down here, but the crew has started to get ready. There are tires on the wall, helmets on the pit crews. They've grabbed the sign. It's not out quite yet, but they are going to bring their driver in shortly. They're going to wait it out as long as they can, though, with the hopes that we might get that caution they desperately need.
For Truex, he last went to Victory Lane, New Hampshire, July of a year ago. He's been out front. He's led a long time, but there's just no choice for him not to come to pit road, and Kim Kuhn will be there when Martin elects to come off the racetrack. That would turn things over, if it stays the same, over to Bell, who's got the advantage over Gibbs and Chastain. Ross has been somebody who has been quiet. He got squeezed into the fence, racing 3 wide outside of Brad Keselowski. I believe it was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at the time. Just flat ran out of real estate. He's not been a factor for the lead, Alex Hayden, but they're having a solid afternoon.
After winning here in November, coming back right now, being scored in the number 4 spot, and with the impending pit stop from race leader Martin Truex Jr., could move up to a podium finish in today's race with 44 laps remaining in it. So for Truex, it's got to be a tough one to swallow right now, because Truex has led a total of 53 laps in the race. That is the 4th most right now. And then you look at Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin, who've led the most laps today. Combined, those two drivers, 68 laps apiece they've led. And Hamlin is up to 14th. And Tyler Reddick, well, he's to the number 10 spot. The way this race is unfolding, it's kind of looking like it's been a lot of peanut butter, just no jelly.
Well, you know, when you look at Ross Chastain, he is the only Chevrolet in the top 15, make that the top 14, because Suarez is running in position 15. Ross Chastain, Todd Gordon, again, the only Chevrolet in the top 14 here as we wind this thing down.
Yeah, I thought a well-called race to put him in position, and he's hanging in, doing what he can. He's a winner from the fall race here. So they had some idea, but it's been a struggle for, I think, most of the Chevrolets to get a hold of this package here. Ross is kind of leading the bow tie renegade.
And we stay under the green flag, 53, now 54 laps on this green flag run. The longest we've had is 117 laps. The race leader is Martin Truex Jr., and here he comes off the racetrack, headed for pit road. Race leader Truex hits 45 miles per hour. Christopher Bell flashes by on the backstretch and takes the lead. Kim Kuhn, Truex is in.
And the last time he did was lap 190, so he'll take not only fuel but tires under this green flag stop as well. In fact, 4 fresh tires, Sunoco fuel, so man, not what this team was hoping for. They gave up the lead to make that crucial stop that they needed to make it to the end of the race.
New race leader, 40 laps to go. Phoenix Raceway, it is indeed Christopher Bell. He is out front yet again, and now all he's going to try to do is hit his marks and drive away with now just 39 laps remaining. Let's go for a ride with the leader. Christopher Bell is headed to turn 1.
Christopher Bell crosses the start-finish line and comes in turns 1 and 2. He is on cruise control because he has such a big lead over Ty Gibbs. He wants to make sure he has enough car to work with if this thing has a caution near the end of the race. Christopher Bell on his way to turn 3.
Already into turn number 3 for Christopher Bell, has 25 car lengths in hand over Ty Gibbs. Martin Truex Jr. just behind him as the first car off the lead lap.
He is indeed. He did lose a lap on the green flag pit stop, but is in position to get a free pass should a caution flag come out with those fresher tires than everybody else. He's right on the back bumper of second place car Ty Gibbs, and that battle is going to end rather quickly up off of turn 2 as he's got those fresh Goodyears.
So let's give you a look at the top 10 now as we are starting to wind this down. 37 to go. C. Bell out front over his teammate Ty Gibbs. Chris Buescher now is up to 3rd. He just got by Ross Chastain. Chastain back to 4th. Brad Keselowski 5th. How about Michael McDowell running 6th? Chase Briscoe 7th. Tyler Reddick 8th. Todd Gilliland 9th. Ryan Blaney 10th. As we get closer to the checkered flag, Front Row Motorsports Ford Mustangs, both of them are running in the top 10. This is a big afternoon for that organization.
It absolutely is, and something that they absolutely needed here to get this season back on track. Even though, yeah, Todd Gilliland led a lot of laps in Daytona. He's led 14 of them here in Phoenix today. They just simply haven't been able to get past the hump and get good finishes. But right now, both of those Front Row Motorsports cars are inside the top 10. What about Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing? This is a team that has been on the struggle bus here. Only one top 10 finish between the two cars this season. Well, both of those cars are inside the top 5.
Kyle Larson brings his Chevy 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel.
From fueling NASCAR champions on the track for over 20 years to innovating 94 octane, the highest octane on the market. Performance is what Sunoco does. All Sunoco fuel at the pump meets the same top-tier standards as the fuel used in NASCAR.
Here for Ryan Blaney, 4 tires with Sunoco fuel.
From the track to your tank, you can trust Sunoco to help your vehicle perform at its peak.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Battle is on inside the top 5 for the number 4 spot as Brad Keselowski going to work on the Ross Chastain car. We're down to 32 laps to go. From Phoenix Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
On Thursdays, NASCAR Live goes wide open with some of the biggest names in the sport.
The goal is the same, so the mindset's the same, all right? The goal is to win the championship.
And some familiar voices that you might not have heard from in a while.
You know, I thought about going to one of these teams because I'd really like to win the 500.
I never planned any of this to start with, right from the very beginning.
No matter what driver or what era is your favorite, NASCAR Live Wide Open has every corner of the fan base covered. Subscribe now wherever you listen to podcasts.
Give us a follow. The Motor Racing Network is on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Instagram. We've got links to all our podcasts, MRN Radio Race broadcasts, and NASCAR news and information video podcasts on MRN's YouTube and Facebook. On X, use the hashtag AskMRN to connect with us and our award-winning race announcer. Give us a like, post a comment, share a podcast. Just search for MRN Radio, the Motor Racing Network, on all your favorite social media outlets.
Continuing under the green flag here in the Shriners Children's 500 with Christopher Bell leading now by 4 seconds over Ty Gibbs.
You know, you go back and you look at some of those drivers that were dominant earlier on. Tyler Reddick has led the most laps, 68, with Denny Hamlin. Reddick right now 8th. Hamlin is 12th. Ty Gibbs has led 57. He goes 2nd. Martin Truex Jr. He led 55. And Alex is 1 lap down. Actually, he is not 1 lap down. He was able to get his lap back. He's running 21st. But cars that were so good early, non-factors at least not at the moment, with 28 to go.
Yeah, that's the key, though. There's still 28 laps to go, and anything can happen in a NASCAR Cup Series race. Certainly Christopher Bell and that team, they don't want anything to happen there. As we look over here, Jeff, the battle between a couple of orange cars, one Camaro, one Mustang, still going at it.
One Chastain, one Brad Keselowski. They're side by side.
They come through the dogleg into turn 1. Keselowski's been working over Chastain for about the last 3 to 4 laps. This turn, Chastain will ride the wall around turns 1 and 2. Keselowski still not able to pull off the pass.
Chastain with that high side momentum to the exit of turn number 2. Maintains that position for now over Brad Keselowski, who falls in the line 2 car lengths back.
Keselowski goes up the racetrack trying to find a little extra grip off turn number 4. Can't quite do it. Down to 27 laps to go as that battle continues.
I really thought Chastain was not going to be able to put up much of a fight because of the backsliding in the top 5. But once Keselowski got to his bumper, Chastain kicked it into gear and now keeps a car length and a half gap between himself and Keselowski.
Best battle on the racetrack right now, at least among the race leaders. It continues to be Chastain over Brad Keselowski in 3.
Boy, 2 RFK Ford Mustangs running inside the top 5. They like to go 3-4, but Keselowski's got to get by Ross.
Not having much luck doing it so far. Now the gap widens to about 3 car lengths. Let's see what happens this time in turns 1 and 2. Again, Chastain way up high. It looks closer than it really is. Chastain still in front of Brad Keselowski.
This battle well behind Chris Buescher, half the length of the back straight away. Buescher all by himself in 3rd. Then it's Chastain and Keselowski 4th and 5th.
Right again in the same lines through turns 3 and 4. Chastain at the bottom. Keselowski goes to the outside lane. So we're getting down to it. The fastest car, by the way, on the track is back in 21st. With the green flag pit stop Martin Truex Jr. had to make, he's just carving his way back through the field, but he has got a long way to go by the tone of 23 seconds to catch the race leader and only 25 laps to go.
We have 22 cars on the lead lap. Let's remind everybody who is indeed running on the lead lap. 22 of them in all, Alex. The top 10 right now is C. Bell, Ty Gibbs 2nd, Chris Buescher 3rd, Ross Chastain 4th in that ongoing battle with Brad Keselowski. Michael McDowell 6th, Tyler Reddick 7th, Ryan Blaney 8th, Chase Briscoe 9th, and Noah Gragson is 10th.
Denny Hamlin is 11th, Todd Gilliland is 12th, and Daniel Suarez 13th. Kyle Larson's been a non-factor today. He's 14th, and Carson Hocevar's 15th. Bubba Wallace 16th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 17th. Rest of the lead lap cars, William Byron at 18th, Chase Elliott 19th, Alex Bowman 20th, Martin Truex Jr. 21st, and Kyle Busch, the last car on the lead lap, in 22nd.
Let's celebrate a driver who is having a career day at this track, and he didn't grow up too far away from it. Glendale, Arizona's Michael McDowell, who has only ever had one top 10 finish here in 26 prior starts. Today, though, they have been rock solid, showing speed, running inside the top 10. Michael McDowell right now is 6.
Well, that top 10 that he got was back here in November, the last time we raced here at Phoenix Raceway. So Michael McDowell has got the car underneath him, and this Front Row Motorsports team continues to get better week in and week out. We've talked about them being, Steve posted, a Cinderella story. And we've got to the point now, I'm not so sure they're Cinderella anymore.
Yeah, I think that story's kind of running its course. They just continue to prove that they're a really, really solid mid-pack team, and maybe even sneaking their way a little bit forward. We talked about this in the pre-race show. They've got an enhanced alliance with Ford, a little bit better program with Ford this year. They've got a new alliance with Team Penske, and they're just trying to digest it all because there's so much more information that they have available. I talked with Michael McDowell this morning, and he said, you would not believe the amount of information we have. We just need to figure out what to do with it and which stuff to pull out. So they're working through that, but really they're bringing fast race cars. He started on second the Daytona 500, won the pole position in Atlanta. Todd Gilliland, you've talked about him leading laps, and this is one of those little teams that just continues to get better and better. They actually have a Hawkeye surveillance machine, and that's one of the highly technical pieces of equipment that's being installed in their shop. Most teams have them. They will have one up and running in the next couple of weeks. So really, really cool. Today here, they felt like they had top 10 speed, ran the top 10 in stage number 1, fell off the rails a little bit in the middle, but some great calls, great strategy, and again, a top 10 speed car. Have them sitting in the 6th spot right now. Travis Peterson doing a great job calling a great race, and Michael McDowell bringing this car to a great run here this afternoon at his home racetrack.
And Dan Hubbard, how long can Michael hold on to position number 6? He's got some hungry drivers right behind him in the form of Tyler Reddick and Ryan Blaney.
Guys had some difficulties just on the last couple of laps trying to keep them at bay. Tyler Reddick now looking at that low line for turns 1 and 2 as McDowell goes high. Right behind him is Ryan Blaney. And a good three-car fight for the 6th spot.
Blaney even higher on the racetrack, first wanting to move around Tyler Reddick, and then Michael McDowell. All 3 of those cars tightly packed just outside of the top 5.
Yeah, 6th, 7th, and 8th right together on the racetrack as they get fewer and fewer laps. Now 17 laps to go. Reddick gets passed by Ryan Blaney this time by.
Not sure what happened to Tyler Reddick off turn 4. He just kind of figured Ryan Blaney got by very, very easily. Now he will set his sights on Michael McDowell.
Blaney immediately drives away from Reddick off of turn number 2. 4 car lengths to his cushion, and closing in now on Michael McDowell for the 6th spot.
15 laps to go. Next time by, if we stay under the green flag, checked out, bye-bye, set up victory lane for Christopher Bell. He is out front by 5 seconds. Gibbs and Buscher have a good battle for second. That is Ty Gibbs and Chris Buscher, but that is 5 seconds behind. Then you get back to Ross Chastain and Brad Keselowski. They're 8 back. McDowell and Blaney, 12 back. This race, but all we need is a debris caution, an issue on the racetrack, and the complexion of this race changes immediately.
I wouldn't take hats to victory lane for anybody. Look what happened yesterday in the Xfinity Series race. Justin Allgaier was way out in front, cut down a left rear tire going to turn 1, slammed the wall, and lost the race. So, no, you don't take the hats to victory lane until the checkered flag flies.
But right now, it is C. Bell, Christopher Bell, out front, 14 to go. He's up by 5, Kyle Rickey. Ty Gibbs trying to do everything he can to run down Christopher Bell, and for Christopher, all he needs to do now is just hit the marks.
Hit the marks, keep the car between the lanes, looks nice and comfortable in and around traffic for C. Bell, has several lap cars between himself and Ty Gibbs in that 2nd spot, along with all of that distance that you just mentioned of some 5 seconds.
Todd Gordon, how do you coach a driver? Do you just leave him alone? You might think he's driving too hard with that big of a lead, or do you just let your driver be a race car driver?
You just give him the gap back to what he's got behind him, and you let him make his decisions, because anytime you ask him to do something out of their comfort zone, they might make a mistake. Sometimes you're better off to just let them be in the race rhythm and just give them the information.
Last time he went to victory lane was end of last season in Homestead Miami Speedway, where he scored the win. That was his career win number 6, looking for 7 here this afternoon. Let's go back and pick up that battle for 4th. Brad Keselowski and Ross Chastain.
You've got a lap machine there of Ryan Preece just in front of Brad Keselowski. Excuse me, that is Ryan Preece, who is still running in the top 10. They are part of.
All right, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I just about almost fell asleep a little while ago. I don't know. Maybe I might have been asleep. I don't know. I feel like I just woke up, even though I didn't really sleep much. But yeah, I don't know if I was asleep or what. But I don't know. I kind of had like a very, very tiny, somewhat large power nap. So I don't know. But yeah, if I had to say that a race was boring in one action, I probably just did it. I literally fell asleep. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
For some reason, Christopher Bell has a stumble.
Yeah, definitely. And you got to race all day long. It's a great effort forward here, and just trying to take advantage of some of these lap cars and where you go to. Still starting to see some of these guys slide around. It's deep into the tire run here.
That battle for second isn't over because there's lap traffic right in front of them.
Chris Buescher will have to deal with the machine just up in front into Kaz Grala, who almost just blocked Chris Buescher. Now he moves over, so Chris Buescher will pass Grala down the back straightaway.
Grala and Zane Smith just in front of the battle for second. Buescher to the inside of Kaz Grala, and that enables him to pull away from Ty Gibbs in third.
So we are down to the final 8 laps now, and that lead for Bell continues to grow, even though Buescher has come to second. He is up by 6, almost 7 seconds. Christopher is on Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, top 5, Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell, Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, and Noah Gragson. Those are the 10 drivers right now running 1 through 10. We're down to 7 to go, Dan.
Here comes Christopher Bell, and it's almost a contrast in driving style from stage 2 to now, where he was so aggressive in stage 2. Now it almost looks like slow motion for Christopher Bell, and he's able to maintain the lead off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway.
We'll go to the inside of Harrison Burton, put that car 1 lap down, and now close in on John Hunter Nemechek. That's the only traffic in and around Christopher Bell right now in the front.
It is, as he's down to 6 laps to go in today's Shriners Children 500 to turn 1.
Here he is just in front of Harrison Burton is Christopher Bell, and these are just copy-paste laps. He straddles the yellow line of the apron each and every time, barely on the throttle, off of turn 2, kind of slides and glides his way off the corner, down the back straightaway, headed to turn 3.
Swings it wide up the back straightaway for Christopher Bell, then angles it right to the bottom of the racetrack as he continues to extend that top spot.
This is the 9th race here for Bell at Phoenix. He never led in an event here prior to this one. And right now, Dan, he's led 45 and looking to lead a total of 50. That would take him to victory lane.
Here he comes, casually into turns 1 and 2. The next machine up ahead for Christopher Bell will be that of John Hunter Nemechek.
Already off of turn number 2 and up the back straightaway for Christopher Bell. The battle for second, led by Chris Buescher, now just entering the back straightaway. That's how big the lead is for Mr. Bell.
It really is, as he flashes by the start-finish line, does Christopher Bell. Has clean racetrack around him by the tone of 5 car lengths.
Now about 5 car lengths behind John Hunter Nemechek. We'll see what kind of challenge Nemechek poses for our leader, as Christopher Bell is able to shave that gap down to 2.5 car lengths.
Getting down to it, but not forcing the issue for Christopher Bell right now. He is okay with riding a couple of car lengths behind John Hunter Nemechek as we...
As some of y'all know, I am a Christopher Bell fan. I have been sort of a fan of him since he first got into NASCAR. I've always kept my eye on him. Of course, it's mainly because he's from my state, Oklahoma. So, you know, I've always been a fan of his. Ever since Eric retired, you know, I've kind of stuck with this guy. So it's definitely cool getting to see him winning here. This is pretty cool. Here we go. 2 laps to go here at Phoenix. Going through the dog leg. Going in turns 1 and 2. For the second to final time Here we go. Coming out of 2. Coming down the backstretch. Bell still in the lead. Buescher in second. Here we go. Coming into turns 3 and 4. Coming out of 4. Here we go. 1 lap to go here at Phoenix. Christopher Bell still in the lead. Leading by like 5-6 seconds. My gosh. Going in 1 and 2 for the final time. Coming out of 2. Here we go. Coming down the backstretch. 1 final time. Christopher Bell with a dominant performance here. Entering turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming out of 4. The Oklahoma boys going to win at Phoenix. Hell yeah. Let's go. Congrats, Bell. Good job. Wow.
Number 4, Chris Buescher will get second. Ty Gibbs will finish third. Brad Keselowski will be fourth, and Ryan Blaney rounds out the top 5 to Kim Kuhn.
And this Christopher Bell team is in celebration mode, calling the shots. Adam Stevens, you guys had absolutely the best car here today. It wasn't without its challenges. Despite that, you made your way to the front every single time. How satisfying is this win?
That's really big. You know, we haven't had a performance like this as a team with Bell as our driver, and we know it's in him, we know it's in this team, and really proud of the way that we showed up and executed all weekend and bounced back from that bad stop.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's crew chief.
Oh yeah, the Chevy streak got broken. I forgot about that.
And they're going to be joining their driver, Christopher Bell. The numbers just continue to go up. Career win number 7 for Bell. For Joe Gibbs Racing, it's win 209. And for Toyota, it is win number 181.
Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick and your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
Now, we are ready to rumble in Richmond. Virginia is for lovers. You ready? Of a return to night racing. Of a rocking infield experience that offers unparalleled access to your favorite NASCAR drivers. Of a spring weekend full of friends. And electric short track action you'll never forget. NASCAR Weekend at Richmond Raceway. March 29th through the 31st.
NASCAR Live Race Day continues on the Motor Racing Network.
See Bell burning them down at the start-finish line. The fans saluting back. By the way, it was a sold-out crowd here at Phoenix, and we salute all of the fans that showed up to watch what was indeed a whale of a race. It was a matter of which Toyota team was going to win.
Taco Bell wins. Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Let's go back to the very beginning when we talked about the fact that, well, history shows Toyota doesn't stand a chance here this afternoon.
No, because since we've raced the next gen car here at Phoenix Raceway, coming into this weekend, Toyota had not scored a pole here in the next gen car at Phoenix. Well, they did that with Denny Hamlin. No wins in the next gen car here at Phoenix. Well, they did that today with Christopher Bell.
All right, guys, that's going to be it here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the stream, even though it was like really, really boring today. But anyways, thank you guys so much. See you guys. Love y'all. Stay safe. Have a good night. And yeah, see you. Bye-bye.